everybody, welcome back to Doggo Card Reviews. We're finally here with hololive production. A lot of people have been waiting for this.
Who are these creatures?
Well, I'm glad you asked. In fact, I have brought with us a special guest to educate us more on the wonderful world of hololive. So, Beryl, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Beryl. I play a variety of Bushiroad games, and I am here as the resident hololive expert, quote unquote.
We trust your knowledge enough. That's all that matters.
Like I said, he'll help us get through this lecture.
Yep. So I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. So we start out with none other than To the Future Together Natsuhiro Matsuri, level 00, cost 1500 power, part of Generation 1 of hololive. So rest this card, choose one of your level 1 or higher characters, and it gets 1500 power until end of turn, and she is a self-rest salvage brainstorm for hololive characters. Everything's hololive.
Yeah. Okay, so the tap give 1500. That's actually quite nice, actually. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I know. It's not, we typically go like brainstorms have not been worthy of the double R slot for like 5 ever now.
But at the same time, Matsuri introduces a unique dynamic where you need to pick, hey, do I want to power up something or do I want to brainstorm here?
And this might be a good time to introduce what the generations want to do. So Generation 1 cares about stacking act abilities. If anyone remembers Revue Starlight, it's a modern version of Frontier Academy of the Arts. I.e. where Lala Finn came from.
I was about to say, viewers of this show know who Lala Finn is by now.
For sure.
Now, at the same time, though, well, okay, yellow and salvage. Come on, Bushy.
Okay, color probably been thrown off the window years ago.
True. But at the same time, though, okay, standby is still running amok, and Bushiroad is acknowledging this by giving us non-standby players a nice pump to be able to possibly get rid of some of those annoying standby targets, or at least force them to pitch the card.
For sure.
And it's a salvage brainstorm. I'm sure we'll see. Actually, anyone who's been looking through this set knows there's like 5,000 brainstorms in this set.
Wow.
Like Faro, man. Shit. Have you seen?
Yeah, true. The number of brainstorms, yes.
Yes. So, honestly speaking, Matsuri here, a very serviceable storm.
For sure.
I like it. Actually.
Yeah. We haven't heard from Beryl, actually.
Oh, yeah. Sorry,
I mean, like, I can't say much in regards to, like, any flavor, like, behind, like, the image itself, because it's pretty much a
I think the To the Future Together series, we're going to see, like, yes number of those. Doesn't have much in terms of flavor.
Yeah, like, in terms of, like, the card itself, like, I'd say it's a really good card. It's brainstorm, and then the fact that you can rest it for free, there's no cost behind resting it to give the power.
Right.
Which, as you said, a lot of the cards require you to trigger an act skill.
Mm-hmm.
The best way to trigger an act skill is without paying anything.
For sure. And on top of that, sometimes there will just be cards where you're like, I don't need a brainstorm.
Oh yeah, and then there's also a lot of cards that like require you to reverse the opponent's character, so a plus 1500 definitely helps.
Right. Climax combos and non-climax combos alike. Of course.
So, in terms of limited, gentlemen, oh lord, good luck finding Matsuri here.
You're not finding her, but you were able to take her. You're winning a lane probably every turn.
Every turn. Plus, she's your brainstorm. So
she's a good brainstorm if you really need that. So overall, I feel like I got started a little high. I actually really like this design, so I gotta give it playable plus. I like the flexibility.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was also gonna give it playable plus.
For sure. All right, starting off hot. All right, second card.
Oh, baby. To the Future Together, Corona. 00, 1500. Okay, so she's part of the gamers unit. Alrighty, ETB. Look, you may rearrange your top 2, and at the beginning of your opponent's attack step, let's see here. If your opponent has a guy in front of her, you may move her. So it's that weird type of runner again, man. It's Yu and Riri all over again.
It is, but without the bulk.
Oh, I'm about to say, man, that's a huge problem. The Yu and
Right.
Ryu were good because they were 3,000. Corona here,
Now, I think it is, I guess we should, I mean, this card isn't directly demonstrated, but a lot of the gamers cards interact with a specific event that we'll go over later on here. But having access to deck knowledge is kind of important for a lot of gamers cards, from what I remember.
now, but at the same time, though, Corona here, like, it could have been like a bulky rearranged top 2, and that would have been better than the runner profile here. Because
I guess that problem that we've seen, like, with cards like K or that Kasumi from Rosalia and Puppet Party, where they're trying to like mix into like quote unquote usable profiles on a single card with a sizable power reduction as a result.
no, even K though, K was more useful than Corona here because K, K at least goes through your deck. That deck Kaguya-sama is primarily a standby deck, which K helps build up your graveyard. In addition, if she is facing something weak like Corona here, boom, instant clean cut.
Okay, fair enough.
But assuming your opponent isn't paying attention, of course. But it's one of those things that makes me go, Corona isn't killing anything here, and thus effectively gives your opponent, that virtual plus, that runner ability that allows them to not have to replace the thing in front of her. And I don't know, gentlemen. I don't know where you guys play it, but at the same time, Corona isn't doing much in most metas. I can't imagine her doing very much.
I guess it's just being used more as like general utility at best, I would argue.
Yeah, like for me, I just have her chalked up as it's a runner that doesn't cost you stock, and you get to rearrange the top 2 if you can take advantage of having the knowledge of what your top 2 cards are.
Right, and you could argue with things like, say, a standby build, maybe like knowing you're going to trigger standby coming up would be a thing.
And that's fair, and that's fair enough. It's more of, to me, things that are tiny runners don't really have much of a place.
Right, we Gavin, for frequent watchers will know that in general, in the past year or so, the early games become bulkier and bulky, or at least most early game that you see in a lot of competitive decks have become just bulkier in general.
Right, 3,500 is that magic number, and Corona isn't even half of that. So, okay, in limited, it's a much slower format, so yeah, Corona's gonna live in a lot of cases.
She's a little more decent there, and information could be pretty key depending on how you build your limited deck.
Right, especially she's helpful for getting off that potential early game brainstorm. So, because of that, I'm gonna have to be a little bit harsh here. I'll give her the playable minus at that.
Yeah, I think playable minus is more fair. I was low-key thinking niche, but I think I might be too harsh.
Well,
I was actually teetering between like playable minus or niche, just depending like how you're building the deck. Like, can you take advantage of this card?
For sure. So, are you decided yet, or?
Yeah, we could go with you could just go with playable minus.
All right.
One thing that
I'll give her the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, for sure.
One other note that hurts Corona in my books is she's a double rare, so she's gonna be hard to find in limited as well.
Yeah, high rarity cards and limited are.
Alrighty then.
All right.
Next,
Early.
it's your turn.
Got it. So we have To the Future Together, Tsunomaki Watame, level 1, cost 0, 4,500 power. She is a Gen 4. First ability, continuous. During your turn, if you have 2 or more other hololive characters, she gets plus 2k. And auto climax combo, when she attacks, if you have Happiness Fruits Tart, the choice trigger, you get to put the top 2 cards of your deck to the waiting room. Choose up to 1 level X or lower hololive character in your waiting room and add it to your hand, where X is the sum of the levels of the cards put to the waiting room this way.
Okay, bulky Fugos have returned.
Dude, this is not bulky.
I meant bulky on your turn. It's 500 power more than the original Fugo.
No, well,
It
actually,
was 15.
Fugo.
It was 45 15 around play.
Oh yeah, so yeah, he's 6K 7,000 with the bounce. So what time of hair is 7.5? I mean, Fugo was printed 3 years ago. The original Fugo was printed 3 years ago. So, like, honestly speaking, the majority of people that will be listening to this know how Fugo plays by now. I would imagine so.
Mhm.
Like, you most likely have played with Fugo yourself by now.
Or at least be on the receiving end of a Fugo.
I mean, in all likelihood, like, but at the same time, what time of hair does exactly what she says on the tin.
Yeah.
Like,
Serviceable, you can't go too wrong.
you can't go too wrong. Of course, you curse this card whenever it mills 2 climaxes for you, but well.
I mean,
You know, you can only-
it could be worse. It could be a Lola thing or a Margirl that mills 3 or 4 climaxes.
Oh Lord, no!
And then you're actually sad panic because you get nothing.
Right.
At least one time it'd be like, okay, you mill 2 climaxes, have this 0 back.
Oh man! But at the same time, I like the fact that she reaches the 7.5 benchmark.
Yeah, that's
She reaches-
that's very good. I'm glad Bruce was like, I mean, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt that they were kind of thinking when they designed her that way.
She can at least force the standby pilot to force the card for 1175 hand encore. Either they have to counter for her or they have to pitch the card.
Pretty good.
I really like that. And now, unfortunately, she does not reach the 9.5.
But
She hasn't reached the 9.5 to, basically, well, you're going to have to pitch the card anyway, for the 1175. So, at the same time, though, okay, limited talk. Oh,
wait, no, like, give us hear Barrel talk about, like, what he thinks about the card in the constructed context first.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
I mean, constructed, like, definitely just playable. Like, it doesn't cost you anything, really. You're gonna get a card, and it costs you nothing to do so.
Or you hope you get a card. Sometimes the way room might not be set up correctly.
Yeah, but like most of the time, like again, like you're not losing anything if you don't get anything. So
sure.
Like I definitely say it's playable, nothing wrong with it. It is a double R, which I feel like that was gonna be a topic we were gonna go over.
Yeah, well, I mean, the good thing is it's a common climax, so that's okay. The problem is double R and a specific climax. Period.
Yeah.
It's more of again this. It reminds me of Halloween Night Maya.
Yeah, Hicks big blow on her in response to you guys.
Actually, Watame, I believe is actually I'm gonna let you look at Maya.
But Maya was she was a 4-5 too, if I'm not mistaken.
I think she was a 4-5. I'm not 100% sure. Let me actually. Again, man, I'm actually grabbing my box.
You actually hear the box noise.
4,500, yeah, about 4,500 toughness wise, yeah. So yeah, blow on either of these 2 cards, they're dead. So
right.
Now, of course, in terms of the Fugo ability, I mean, you should know what it plays like by now. In terms of both constructed and limited, playable. I mean,
yeah, we can't go wrong with a Fugo profile, so yeah, I would call it a playable.
Yeah, playable.
Right,
especially this early on in the review, like it's really hard to determine what combos you want to play this early on.
Right. I mean, that's not because that, like, we're recording this on release day. Who knows how like the meta's going to shape up with a bunch of hololive players now entering the fray.
I mean, they could just say, "Give me the Fugo."
Yeah, I mean, I get again, you know what you're playing. It's like some format that just says interaction is forbidden, then a Fugo will be perfectly fine there.
Or getting a reversal is impossible.
Hence why I said interaction is forbidden.
All right, next.
All right. Oh. It's time.
You get this one?
I get this one. All right. To the future together, Kiriyukai. Yes, the Coco. Level 3, 2 cost 9,500 power. During your turns, you get 500 power for each of your other hololive characters. Bushiroad. No! We don't need this cost 5 ever. Anyway, auto climax combo. When her battle point becomes reversed, if welcome to Kiriyukai, the rare choice triggers in your climax area, she becomes red until end of turn, and you may pay the cost of this ability, which is pay 1 stock and discard 1 card, up to 5 times. If you do, perform the following action X times, mill the bottom 3 cards in your opponent's deck, and if you mill the climax that way, burn 1. X is the number of times you pay this ability, plus 1. So you do it 3, you pay it 3 times, that's 4 instances.
All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna let you guys go do this one first.
Right?
Actually, why don't the barrel go first on this one?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, first let me crack open a cold one for Coco.
Fair.
I don't know if that was caught on my.
No. Seriously, we both
heard
are.
it. We heard it.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, ignoring rarity, if that comes in a factor, I would say she's just playable. You're able to get potentially some bonus damage in. You can get closer to forcing them to refresh, so there's the refresh damage as well. The downside I see with her is that it is definitely reliant on the climax combo, as well as being able to reverse the opponent, as well as 2, it's going to cost you a lot of resources where you're paying 1, ditching 1 for each time you want to use the skill.
Right. Now,
But it can it could definitely possibly close the gap in damage, depending what the state of the game is.
and
So,
I totally
yeah, I
see
would
that.
definitely say she's playable.
And just you bring some fair points. And we in general tout these high risk, high reward style of cards, but the problem is kind of like, well, if people know you're playing like a combo like this, we've seen this with Yukina and Bang Dream, if people know you're playing a combo that requires a reversal, and you just simply don't have cards that can guarantee that you could reverse the character for sure, which, spoiler alert, people whole life does not really have things like that as far as I'm concerned. The fact that this is telegraphed means that the opponent will preemptively prepare for it by just ramming their board in on an earlier turn.
I mean, literally, I'm going, okay. Well, gentlemen, as majority of players who check the Ute stock will know, this is the quintessential combo for hololive on day 1. This is the combo that a lot of people are leaning toward.
So I would make the argument that it's more for sentimental reasons more than competitive reasons.
Fair enough. The card's already sold out. So
Right. For those who don't know, on the day we're recording this, it is the last day that the Kiriyukai YouTube channel is going to be online.
Again, it kind of confused me when I was looking through it this week, because I've literally spent a lot of time looking through it. I'm going, I've kept noticing the pattern of Coco, and I'm going, okay, number 1, oh, she's not sold out anymore. Excuse me.
UK found stock again.
Yeah, they found some stock again, but at the same time, okay, number 1, she doesn't really fit Japan's MO, like in terms of a competitive aspect. She doesn't. Because number 1, Japan hates reversals like the plague. 2, they hate all-ins. So I'm guessing it has to be sentimental value.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Because again, okay, sure, it healed them. Gigantic whoop.
Right, and she does get big on your turn. 12-5 with the climax with a full board.
If Japan, if this wasn't sentimental reasons, Chia from Gochi Usa Bloom would be the most played finisher, but she's nowhere to be seen.
And she's hella in stock at 200 yen?
50 cents, man.
50 yen! Oh, that's right, she's a rare. Excuse me.
She's a bloody rare. And I'm going again, and I said 2-3 months ago, yeah, I gave Chia the playable plus because I'm going, give Chia a chance.
Yeah.
And that was mostly a PSA towards that. But at the same time, I'm going, Coco here. Coco is very, like Beryl said, very RNG based. Requires that reversal, is extremely expensive. Okay, let's say for example you only pay for 1 instance of it. Okay, you might get 2 burn 1s if you're extremely lucky. Or you could whiff both of them and you feel sad because you paid one, discarded one to do nothing, basically. Now, I do like the fact that yes, she does give you at least one instance. She will give you +1 instance in addition to what you paid for. So
But actually, you could technically not pay cost and you'll get the one.
you get the one instance, but at the same time, that's not really worth it.
Right. I mean, you're playing Coco. You're gonna go pretty much all in. I would say.
Right. So
You're
only
you're incentivized to. I would argue. Now the good thing is because of the way this works, you don't need multiple of these to go off, unlike most other style of on reverse finisher combo. That
At the
is
same-
that is the one that is a thing that Coco has going for her over like the others.
Now, again, Yukina was a really good example of Yukina could literally slaughter you from 3-0 with just one of her.
But just one, and that was insane. True,
And that
true.
was-
And we
and
did
that
see
wasn't-
we did see Banker sweeping up house during that time.
And you still occasionally see Yukina to this day.
Which is scary.
You know,
like that's like 2017 card. What the fuck?
She is the poster child for killing you.
Yeah,
She is
she's scary.
She's the poster child for it, and I'm not really seeing it from Coco here. Like,
Because of like the whole RNG factor. No, nothing's guaranteed. Yeah.
people are playing Coco, yet are ignoring other all-in style finishers.
Yeah,
I'm going-
as we say, it gets that special day. People really do like what she brought to the world of not just hololive but VTubing in general.
Right. So realistically, we should check back in like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah. So week one, day one
In
builds.
2 to 3 weeks, then our
question-
rating will
question-
go down.
I don't know about the rating going down. I think our rating stays the same regardless, in my opinion, unless we realize that there was something interesting that we might have forgotten about.
But honestly speaking, okay, in limited, good luck pulling Coco off.
Yeah, as we would say, you pull this off, go buy the lottery ticket. Go buy some lottery tickets. FR.
You probably just won a bunch of. You probably have enough money to retire at that point. Now with Coco here, honestly, give her the playable minus. I'll play it safe here.
And I that's fair. I do like that you only need one of her to go off, and I think that's actually pretty neat. So I'll actually give her the playable mainly for that reason. It's something that we usually don't see in on reverse combos to be able to just simply reverse one lane and actually be rewarded as a result.
Fair enough. All right, Beryl, you're the only one left.
So for me, as I said earlier, I'll give her playable. Especially if the only people that are playing hololive are playing Coco. Well, right now the season is she's playable.
I mean, maybe do you see her as being playable for the longer term?
Well, let's see. I guess it depends. Like from a competitive aspect, definitely no.
Okay.
But I don't have a full grasp on how large competitive Weiss is. So because it's Coco, I do imagine if there's going to be people playing hololive, there will be the Coco representatives
and fair,
sticking with her
fair.
till death.
Okay, fair enough.
And honestly, I wish them the best of luck.
We'll see if and when we bring up the chart to you, so Beryl, you'll get to actually get a little closer look at how the meta is shaping up.
Here, I'll actually show it.
Private sharing. Yeah, for sure. Anyway, while he does that, let's move on.
Okay, Mikaji picture. Coco. 1035 during your turn. She's a vanilla. And she has pay one twin drive.
Okay. This is probably like the most. This almost reminded me of Leon or Lion, whatever the heck her name was in Ology.
Yeah, her S is a 6-5, man.
Yeah, but she was a double R.
True, but
This is a
again,
rare, but this makes me ask many questions. I don't know if I even want answers to them.
well, okay. Lore-wise, Beryl, any lore here to explain?
Not really. Like a lot of the art tag cards, like
Right. For those
It's
who
kind
don't,
of a generic pose.
yeah. So for those who don't know, every member of Hololive has a unique art tag. So if anyone makes fan art or any fan creation of them, they can tag it by that, and people can easily find that stuff and share it out and so on.
I see. I see. So if I just type Mikachi picture into Pixiv,
Yeah, you'll
You'll
see a
get all
bunch
the
of
fan art.
you'll get a bunch of Coco fan art.
fair enough. So now, in terms of the card itself, I'm going. It's a, it does not make the cut and constructed. I don't think.
No. Outside of like some weird meme deck where you need to like actually like pop off certain triggers for some reason.
Or maybe Coco Waifu. Maybe?
Yeah, we technically do have enough cards to build waifu decks for I think almost everybody.
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, but at the same time,
I feel like Coco
kind
has
of.
yeah, kind of. I
Kind of.
think you'll actually be short some cards for like anyone that's.
You'll have some supporting characters.
I think the problem is unless you're Generation 0, you're probably screwed for waifu.
fair enough. In terms of limited, I'm not even sure this makes the cut in limited, to be honest.
You could make okay. I mean, okay, you could make the argument that if you play like say plussing triggers,
True.
that could be an argument actually.
Fair enough.
And
fair
vanilla
enough.
style means that you could rely on her to like get kills in on the turn
Some
you use her.
kills.
Yeah, some kills. So I think in limited it's not too shabby.
It's not too sure. Okay, fair enough.
But,
Like,
you're playing choice, door, standby, even gold bars. You want to be a magman,
or pants.
or packs. Any,
You know,
pl-
a bunch-
any, there's a bunch of plussing triggers in Hololive. FR.
So, even at the climax common level, which the majority of your climaxes are probably going to be. So, you know what? Okay, fair enough. I'll give this the niche.
Let's go ahead and say your last words before we actually move on to ratings.
Oh, yeah.
Like you've pretty much covered all what I had on my list. It's like
Okay.
I see the advantage of like the double trigger, but again, like that's kind of all you'd be running her for.
Yeah, that's kind of like a problem. But yeah, I have agree with Gavin here for rating this rating. Some like outside like very weird strategies in constructed or taking advantage of plussing triggers in limited.
Yeah, like
Not so much.
if you play her because you want to be able to do the double triggering.
Right.
That's it. So it'll fall into niche.
All right.
I almost slapped the Pharrell on this one, man.
But then it looks like I persuaded you.
Right.
I have a bit of a two-part here, so Barrel read the first part, I'll read the second.
Okay, so we have hashtag freshly made Korone, Inugami Korone, level 2, cost 1, power 4,000. 3 abilities. First one, continuous, assist all your other characters in front of this card gets power X, where X is that character's level multiplied by 500. Second skill, act, discard, hashtag hololive gamers, the event from the TD. From your hand, rest Korone, and then search your deck for up to one hololive character, reveal it, add it to your hand, and shuffle your deck. Third ability, instead of searching through your deck, you can discard the event from your hand and rest Korone to bounce one of your opponent's characters to their hand.
Right, and the event from the trial deck is simply camera for Hololive. We all know what
Okay.
camera does.
I mean, well, at least you should know what camera does.
Right. So, as we were saying earlier, the gamer's sub-niche of Hololive wants to interact with this event.
Now, okay, level support. That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty
That's
good.
pretty neat.
Now, it allows you to bounce one of your opponent's problematic things,
And exchanging an event for an actual playable is never a bad idea.
or trading the camera in and getting a tutor out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Like you don't want to risk that top 4 for something you like. I need something specific.
Or I don't want to ruin my compression at this point.
or that too, yeah, for sure. We've seen people definitely mess up their compression with camera abilities.
Which I'm going, okay, fair enough. And camera itself, well, it's camera. Do you know? It's like the majority of the time, like camera is useful in most situations, unless you're like hyper compressed. Well, that's like the only reason why.
Right. And as we move through like the rest of the gamers characters, we're gonna see more of them in green versus yellow. Korona's like the only yellow representative. I mean, you have some Fubuki cards in yellow, but I think those are like trial deck only or something.
Fubuki's also in like a weird gray area.
Yeah. When we get to Fubuki, we're gonna see she has 3 traits, but more on that when we get to Fubuki cards in green.
Oh, again, man. Every time I hear the word Fubuki, well, you know exactly who I think about.
Anyway, I'm not gonna sing that song here, Gavin.
Well, at the same time, at a certain ship.
I know. That's why I said I'm not gonna sing that song here.
Oh bloody hell! Oh bloody hell! You're the Teitoku scum, sir.
Actually, Barrel here is also in a Gongole.
Okay, so excuse me, I'm talking to Teitoku scum. But at the same time, you know what? Limited.
It's just impossible.
No, I just have no in my notes here.
No. Okay,
No.
Fair enough. So in terms of constructed, you know what? Based on constructed alone, I'm gonna get this playable actually.
Yeah, I could see like a mini engine going into some decks that want to like use this. So yeah, I'll give it a playable for the benefit of the doubt of that engine.
I'm giving it a playable minus only because like it's really relying on you having that event card in hand.
And okay, fair enough. Though I think we're gonna say like in green somewhere we should actually see like a bonder or something to it.
There's only the one bond, and that's the green meat or the green Mio card that bonds for it.
More on her when we get to green.
But unless I'm missing something, I think that's the only thing that can bond it. I don't know if there's a generic event bond.
No.
So yeah, that's the thing. Like
we wish.
it lives or dies by you having the events.
That is true, but if you're building, if you're playing an engine like that, we've seen similar engines in like other decks. And if you know what you're doing, you should be able to do it right. Is how I would argue.
Which we assume that majority of the listeners to this channel know what they're doing.
Right. I know mistakes happen, but
Okay. In terms of the camera itself, playable.
Yeah, you can never go wrong with camera, I suppose. Especially playing it as an engine. Yeah, playable.
Yeah, just playable. I mean, it doesn't cost anything. Check out for I mean,
it replaces itself. You can't go wrong.
it's as vanilla as you can probably get.
For sure. All right. Anyway, let's move on.
Okay. Tsunomaki art. Tsunomaki. What's on it? 3295. Oh, okay. She has the smooth brain early play condition, and when she enters battlefield, you reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a guy, choose one of your opponent's level 3 or lowers, and bottom deck it, boys.
Oh hey, a smooth brain version of Yuking early play.
Okay. So I was gonna say that one early play from Summer Pockets. That's the 2 or less, but I'm going. You know what? Okay, Yukina also works. Now, I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to think of the amount of early plays that I want to bottom deck nowadays, as opposed to simply destroying them.
Yeah, honestly, very few, right?
Okay. Maybe a Stood Biden Setsuna for the Sunshine Maniacs out there remaining Yo or potentially Rickroll.
Wait, how will you take out Rickroll? You're being a back row.
Oh, front row, excuse me. So bottom decking Yo. Bottom decking Yo is another viable option. I'm kind of grasping for straws on that one. Re-Zero, mate. No, not even Re-Zero. Honestly speaking, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. There's like not much. Like there's honestly not that much for in terms of early plays I want to bottom deck at this point. Like basically everything can just literally be taken out by now.
Mm-hmm. Like it's like I see it more as just like a utility card. Like it's a very easy condition to be able to early play it. It can bottom deck the opponent's card rather than like I would choose to bottom deck rather than bouncing it most of the time because like you don't want them to have their on play abilities just go back on again. And then you have like it lets you know what the top card of your deck is as well. So like all of those abilities to me just screams its utility. Like you're not expecting to win games off this card alone. It's meant to like supplement your game plan or whatever state of the game it is. I mean, it is also a rare. Is it right?
Yeah, it's a rare. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So like, can't go wrong. If you need to like get some level 3s in your deck,
you know, you kind of plays like as you would say a bouncer, you know, just you know, open up a lane for some reason, or you really see a problematic card in the way.
And that's fair enough. And the thing is that to me, at this point in the game, gentlemen, Weiss it's hard. Like those 42 slots are very precious at this point, and I really have to justify, you know, what am I facing on a common basis where I want to be bottom deck something.
Right.
Like imagine bottom decking a blue teardrop Shizuku. That's a really good one to bottom deck.
Oh yeah, true.
If she's widely played in your area, that is.
Right. But I definitely do call Wakame more of a mega call type of card more than anything.
Right, and in limited, actually, Watanabe's pretty good.
Yeah,
I think she's pretty good actually.
Yeah, you know, removal easy.
Removal. So she follows the bread part of she follows bread. So you know what? I'm gonna have to give Watanabe overall the playable rating actually.
I'll be a little cautious just because I think Darker points are being more of a mega call, so I'll give her a playable minus.
I also have her as a playable minus just because like she's not gonna end you games. So you better hope that you have a way to end games afterwards.
That and her use, you know, her effectiveness varies depending on what's across from you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for sure.
Like I see her like a tech.
Yeah, definitely, you know, a mega call tech card.
All right.
Okay, let's move on.
All right, so we have Matsuri Picture, Natsuro Matsuri, level 3, cost 2, 10k base, 2 soul. Auto, pay 1 when this card is put to the stage from your hand. Pay the cost, and then if you do, your opponent puts all cards from their stock to the waiting room and puts the same number of cards from the top of their deck to their stock. Second ability, Auto, only activates once per turn. When you use an act ability, this card gets power X until end of turn, where X is the number of your opponent's character in the back row multiplied by 1,000.
Okay, so stock swap, we can't go too wrong with that.
Yeah, it's if you're the better players that you're up against, they'll definitely have a good compression in their stock. So what better way to get rid of that?
But flush them out, right?
Yep.
Now, as we were saying earlier with the first Mastery card we saw, you know, with the whole like Gen 1 just stacking power upon power with the act abilities, like, there's not much of like the problem is like I get it, you know, it's to like playing to Generation 1's gimmick, but I feel like that second ability there it feels like unless you really need to like get rid of something with this card, like it's kind of it's just like kind of extra, right? Like most people just realistically play this as a stock swap and just be done with it.
Yeah, like this is the one card of the few like the art tag cards that I would say this possibly has a reference more to Matsuri as her character.
All right, go ahead.
Because for those who are aware of Matsuri, she is if you were to put her on a alignment chart, she is definitely in the chaotic section. Mm-hmm. If you've seen any of her clips with any other VTubers, even like non-hololive VTubers, she's definitely one where if you're collabing with her, you definitely have to be on your toes, because she'll definitely like what's the phrase called
spontaneous.
She'll put you in a situation where you wish you were just gone, Like, get me out of here, end me.
Oh no!
Like depending on what kind of character you are, or like how Matsuri feels.
Yeah,
Of, like, teasing you or whatever.
I was like, she can get with Kiara, no?
And so yeah, that's for kind of her first ability. Now the second ability, this is just my suspicions, but her ability cares about the opponent's back row. Now, like from an objective standpoint, like when you think of like the back row for Weiss, it's the supporting characters.
Right,
they're
right,
not they're not the big unit in the front. They're the little units.
Okay,
And
sure.
Matsuri is known for being a lolicon.
No.
You could take that as well. Like she gets stronger the more little ones you have in the back.
Okay.
Like that could be a stretch, but like I mean,
It's adorable.
It's something.
it's something.
It's adorable yet creepy at the same time.
Yeah,
I mean that is Matsuri to a T.
Matsuri is the creeper character in Holo, or creepy member of Hololive.
Fair enough.
I need to be careful
Now-
with the word character. They're not technically characters.
Now, at the same time here, that stock swap. Well, well, it is technically better than the level 0 variants of these cards.
Good thing we're seeing fewer ghosts nowadays, right?
I mean, the one that probably comes to my head is Mellum. And you will often see Mellum as like a one-off.
Well, for good reason.
I mean, especially in the exile-heavy variants, because they have no other way of killing you.
Oh, true. And you know, you can just push damage, you know, just long as it's gotta flush them out.
Right,
But,
so...
you know, someone get you level 3 first.
And then Matsuri here, well, at the same time, she does give you that 2-soul beat, so...
And she could be bulkier with that second ability.
Right.
If that matters.
I mean, for the most part, it shouldn't, but if it does, I mean, batting at 12k, not bad. She's technically a worse version of other level 3 stock swappers we've seen in the past. But at the same time, she's still not too shabby.
Yeah.
In terms, well, we should probably move on to limited at this point.
Oh yeah, you get her. Why not?
You get her, yeah. Why not? I mean,
and if the game goes on long enough, well, that bulk from an active could matter.
And the stock swap, well, could easily end the game right then and there.
Definitely. So overall, solid playable card to me.
Yep, same.
Yeah, just playable.
Okay, moving along. We now have To the Future together Ozora Subaru, level 3, 2 cost 10,000 power. Bushi! Again, really? Anyway, auto experience with this card types. If you have a yellow, a red, and a blue card in your level area, you may pay 2 stock. If you do, reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a hololive character or an event, burn 2. So Generation 2 is all about having specific colors in your experience, usually by the end game, all 3 of them. Of yellow, blue, and red.
So, I'm trying to think here. Well, I'm trying to think here. That shouldn't be too difficult to have experienced those 3 colors. I mean,
it shouldn't be. You know, we've seen this card combination like times. In fact, there'd be actual titles that say we don't know what green is.
Right. Mostly Love Live.
Crying.
Come on, man. You know it's true.
Yeah, I guess it's very true.
But at the same time, I'm going. So why did you need to tack on the top check? The top check in addition to having all 3 colors in experience.
That was a little weird, but I guess it's to prevent it from being like imba.
On the very off chance the top card is a climax.
Right.
You don't go ham.
I can give for balance reasons, I suppose.
Fair enough.
Like I'm actually just like attack pay 2 to burn 2 for no reason, with no climax required.
Yeah, like it's already so good. It doesn't need a climax combo. It just needs you to be. It basically just needs you to have 2 stock. Like the experience requirement. It with like the cards themselves can easily fix that for you. Like
Right.
Like there's another Subaru
we will
that
see.
can fix it. For
Yeah,
you.
exactly. We'll see that. We'll see that later on tonight.
Yeah.
And
Um, Now,
keep going.
I was gonna say, like, I do find it kind of ironic that that Subaru and her generation are the cards that care about experience and having each other's characters, because they're all different colors in their level zone. Because there was one, I think it was either an episode. No, it wasn't an episode.
What's your stream?
It was on one of it was either on the official hololive channel or one of the members channels where they were doing this type of game show between generations.
Okay.
And I believe it was it involved Gen 2, the one Subaru's in, and it also involved Gen what was it, Gen 4? I believe Gen 4 that has Rushia, Marine, Noel.
Wait, that's Gen 3.
Oh, that's Gen 3, my bad. There's a lot of gens. I keep getting numbers mixed up sometimes.
Fair enough. I guess I was going
yeah,
to generations because I'm looking at these. I had to look through these darn cards.
Yeah, Gen 3, yeah. When I entered hololive, like these gens already existed, so like it's sometimes hard for me to keep differentiate between numbers.
Fair enough.
But anyways, yeah, like there was one stream where they were doing a game show and the gens were up against each other. And Subaru, I believe it was Subaru, who makes a comment telling the rest of her gen mates that, hey guys, after this, we need to get to know each other more. Because they were definitely not winning in terms of like understanding each other.
I see. If I may ask, do you remember when this was?
Like, man, I'm pretty sure it was like a long time ago. So it was
a very early timing.
I want to say it has to be. Let's see. I got into hololive around, what was it, mid 2020, I believe. I think it was mid 2020, and there was already a subbed clip of that stream. And generally subs, I believe earlier on, subs took a while to happen, since it's all fan translated.
Right.
So I'm sure it's happened sometime early 2020, maybe late 2019. I could be wrong.
I see.
I'm definitely not an expert when it comes to dates, but yeah, like I do remember that particular stream.
And maybe like now they've become closer.
Yeah, like definitely by now, but like back then, like
I guess I kind of found it a little funny with the ability.
Yeah, I found it funny because like they were the ones that had a word that had like a popular clip of them not knowing each other in terms of like.
But now that's all changed, I hope.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. Okay. Well, that was a nice tidbit of flavor there.
Now, in terms of actual constructed play. Fair enough, actually.
Yeah, you need the extra firepower. You can't go too wrong, I suppose.
You can't go too wrong, especially if you're already playing all three colors.
Which, we've already seen that yellow has a lot of good stuff to offer you.
Right, and both red and blue have pretty good stuff to offer. Like, it makes me go, okay, fair enough. You know what? Okay, in terms of limited, that's gonna be difficult.
Yeah, like you could go 3 colors in limited, but you might have a little trouble with that third color in general.
Like your construction might be a little bit tight, so
it's a little shakier there, I would say. I don't know, Beryl. What do you think about a 3-color 25-card deck?
I would probably just put it in playable because, like, due to its rarity, you wouldn't have that many copies. So you
right.
You'll have a variety, kind of whether you like it or not, in a kind of sense. So like,
fair.
You can just put it in. If it happens, awesome. If it doesn't, well, what were you expecting from limited?
Okay, fair enough.
And at the bare minimum, it heals you.
Yeah, it did do that. So yeah, Beryl said playable.
I'm gonna be harsher, playable minus.
Okay, that's fair enough. I'll give it the playable. I think a combo-less additional firepower. You can't go too wrong with those in general.
Fair enough.
And you got unless you're playing something like Coco top end, you probably do have the stock to do this. I
And
think
fair.
I think Coco's like one of the only few like expensive top bands out there.
Oh yeah, Coco is probably one of the. Coco is the most expensive top band, if I remember correctly.
Right. Everything else is like child's play in comparison.
Everything else is everything. I'm gonna. This might be controversial, but everything else is Japan friendly in terms of cost.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Anyway, let's move on.
All right. So we have To the Future Together, Yozora Mel, level 3, cost 2, 10.5k power. Auto, pay 1 when this card's put to stage from hand, pay the cost. If you do, choose a climax in your waiting room, add it to your hand. And second ability, auto shift level 0. I'll be honest, I don't really have much to say about this card other than the fact that you can salvage a climax without needing to discard a climax.
It's cool.
It is nifty, especially if you're playing like not packs, not go bar.
And
Yeah.
the 10-5 stat line is, well, I want to say it's unique, but we've been seeing this more and more often nowadays, gentlemen.
Yeah, they're really bumping up the power level like bit by bit now. So it's getting a little scary. Like I guess they're kind of like, we're kind of making our level 2s reach 5 digits easily.
So we kind of need to bump actual level 3s up by comparison. And I like the fact that it has shift.
That's very neat. Just being able to like exchange this for any other yellow card.
I mean, hell,
that's pretty handy.
exchange it for a level 0. Let's go.
Oh, exchange it for the Monster Brainstorm, easy.
or a certain card that we'll be seeing later.
Oh, true.
Now, in limited, you know what? Actually, I like this card because it's bulk.
It's bulk
Yeah,
and
like-
easy, and that easy climax that you need to push damage to end the game.
And if you're playing those climax, like a climax combo, which is of the higher rarity sense, then you're probably not going
True,
to have copies. So this card is probably gonna help you get that when you need it.
You could choose that. True.
So, honestly speaking, yeah, give Mel here the playable.
Yeah, I agree. I like his design.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we are in agreement on that. This was actually, I believe, supposed to be Gavin. I think Gavin was supposed to be the one I was supposed to read this, but we'll just have Gavin
Oh,
take the
was
next
it?
one.
I lost track.
No worries. We'll have Gavin just make it up by reading the next one here, and then we'll go back in the original order.
Okay, fair enough. Shira Flare. 1500. Okay, so she's generation 3. So when this enters battlefield, you may pay the cost of 2 if you do balance with your opponents, guys. And she's a drop salvage.
Okay. Well, it's that dual role, Gilio.
It's more of see above statement where what do I want to bounce now?
Right, there is
At
that.
the cost of 2.
Right.
At the cost of 2. Like, the only thing I would really want to bounce nowadays are 2 2s with recursion, but even then I'm going,
Like, how much does I really set them back?
Like, again, the majority of people won't hardcast the damn thing.
We know that, yeah.
But at the same time, hardcasting it doesn't really, like, how should I say this? I know they won't hardcast it, so it won't set them back the 2 stock that it costed me.
Right, so I just kind of feel like, well, okay, I get that, now what?
Okay, sure, it gets clocked next turn, or pitched for effect. Like, And the worst thing about it is, the grand majority of the time, that 2-2 came out for 0.
Yeah.
So,
that's how it be.
So I'm going, okay. Like, again, trying to bounce back minus, something with minus soul. The amount of minus souls I can think of that are actually played, I can count on one hand. It's a statement of where do you play and can I come, kind of thing. So all I get is an underspec drop salvage. For real?
That's a little shaky.
That's really shaky. I don't know about you two gentlemen, but
Yeah, I don't have much to say other than it's kind of just a copy pasta, pay 1, ditch 1, salvage 1 with the maybe 1 in 20 games you'll pay 2 to bounce your opponent's character.
That's what it sounds like to me. Like it's one of those like, okay, I want utility swept on with a tech option.
And in limited, okay, I'm getting an under spec drop salvage.
Yeah.
So I mean, well, you know, the 1,000 could matter.
Right, but
To an Erling.
at the same time, when am I ever paying 2 to bounce something, even in limited?
Very rarely.
You know what? I'm gonna slap the Pharrell on this one.
They're gonna make these like smaller now because of the limited space. That's right. I'll give it the niche. I just feel like there's better utility cards you could be running. That you could be running over Shira.
I was gonna give it the meme category.
Meme. Okay, tell me more.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right,
well,
tell me more.
I mean, really, it's just the whole pay 2 to bounce a character. It's just on the rare chance that that'll come up.
Okay.
Fair.
You have that ability.
Okay.
Fair enough. We all diverged on this one.
You know, that's a good game. You know, having three different opinions.
True, not the echo chamber.
Yeah, let's not have an echo chamber all the time.
Okay, next.
All right, we'll go ahead and have we'll go back to barrel reading.
All right. So we have just Yozo Ramel, level 1, cost 0, 4,500. Auto, this ability activates up to once per turn. When you use an act ability, she gets plus 1,500, and the following ability until end of turn, which is auto. When this card attacks, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a level 1 or higher card, put it into your stock.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
It's not terrible. It's not terrible.
It's free.
It is free. Well, hopefully free.
Wow.
Depends what kind of depends what kind of action you're playing.
Nothing.
The Matsuri Brainstorm, man, tap gift 1,500.
Yeah, true.
This becomes 7,500 and might give you free stock.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's pretty good, actually, to be honest with you.
Because this is easily like one of those like, okay, I need some extra little ones to round out my deck. You cannot go wrong with Mel here.
True, and you know what? She isn't completely degenerate like a card we'll be seeing very soon.
Oh no.
And man, can you blame me for that comment?
I guess I just like I like dread it. Anyway, before we get there.
Before we get there, now Barrel.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts about this one?
I think I'll give it a playable minus. If I end up with the Matsuri Brainstorm, then I will definitely run as many copies of her as I can.
Now,
okay, go rehab on the Gen 1 strategy there.
Now, in terms of limited, in terms of limited,
limited my chances. I actually do like it's limited if you build it right.
You know what? Hey man, give me those free startups. Let's go, boys.
It's exactly going like a free 2K counter and so on.
Though it wouldn't really active. Though a free 2K counter.
No, but you know, you could protect her long enough to keep generating that clean stock.
Though, hot damn, after a 2K counter, she is 8K,
which could be pretty big and limited actually.
That's massive limited, man.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay, Barrel, you still any what are your thoughts for this thing? Was that when you researched earlier? Was that for limited? As well with the whole when you have mastery, you would run as many copies as possible.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
If anything, if I can get any act skills that I can easily just spam at no cost, then
okay.
The fact that she's like what, an uncommon?
Yeah, she's like uncommon, so maybe up to like 2 of her in a box nowadays.
Yeah.
We're gonna again, gentlemen, this is 144 cards big, so it might be slightly harder to find.
True. We're still in. It's still the same number of packs, same number of cards.
16. It's still a 16 by 9er.
Right. So Barrett's just sticking by playable minus from earlier.
Yeah, I'll stick with the playable minus.
Okay, that's fair.
You know what? I'm gonna have to agree with Barrel on this one. Playable minus as well.
Yeah, it's one of those cards I kind of build around, so that is fair. Yeah, playable minus. Like you're not playing a ton of Act 5 ever. She's not gonna be too useful. So. Okay.
Right. Next.
Yep. Okay, we have Suno Maki Wakame 10 4,500. Once she attacks, reveal the top card of your deck if it's a hololive or a hololive character or an event. Choose one of your other hololive characters and it gets 3k until end of turn.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I'll give it that much.
We've seen stuff like this before. I think like the last time I saw was I want to say the guy became a god.
No, I think we saw this in Ghostaboot actually.
Oh, it's Quintuplets? Excuse me. Yeah, you're right. It was that Nino card towards the end.
Right, it's that Nino card towards the end, which again, the only bad part about Watsame is she can't power up herself. That's the biggest difference.
Yeah, Nino could power up herself, but Nino also starts at like 3,500 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, she starts 1,000 weaker, so.
So, you know, payoffs, I guess.
At the same time, though, like not like besides Coco, I'm thinking what else needs a reversal so far.
No, like unless you're like, you know, we're not gonna go over them in these reviews, but if you really insist on playing those trial deck climax combos.
Fair enough.
That'd be like that's where I would draw the line, honestly speaking.
No, that doesn't sound very good. All right, Barrel, try and save this one, man.
I don't really have much positive things to say about it.
Oh man,
like the fact, like I think it's mostly because like you can't give the power to itself to like you're very limited on how flexible you can be with her. You're just playing her down, swing,
definitely.
and you want somebody else to be able to run over something.
You're playing these as a you're playing this to get a bigger boost than a regular Shimakaze Kai. That's the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, but effectively, man, you're just ramming her. You're ramming the shitter in.
Yeah, you really are.
Like if I have to give her a rating, I kind of would just put her as bad.
Let's before we get too hasty, I've limited. Okay, this might actually matter. You know, that 3k could help you win a lane.
Yeah, I mean, like limited saves this card essentially.
That's how I would argue it.
Like, I'm gonna have to get this the niche.
Yeah, it's one of those. You know, like I need some extra bulk, even if it means like being subjecting myself to a bit of RNG. or
conceding the lane.
Yeah, true.
Which is gonna happen.
I'll still stick to my bad.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
That's like no, it ain't reliable enough for me to actually pick this up and win the gig.
Not even limited could save this one.
Nope, not for Barrel here apparently. All right.
Oh, fug! It's time. Protein the Subaru. Ozora Subaru. 105k. Alrighty, experience. Discard a card from your hand when it's on the battlefield. If you have experience blue, check top 4 at a level 1 or higher to your hand and pitch the remainder. Oh.
Barry, want to go first on this one?
Before I explode.
Okay. Well, let's see here. Here are the notes that I have.
I'm glad
it does not need a climax combo.
No.
It does not need to reverse anything.
No.
All you need is to have both blue and yellow while you're at level 1, and not being able to select the level 0 from the top 4 is not really a downside. Because
it isn't.
Because if you're selecting a level 0, even if you're able to, you're probably not going to have any better stuff there other than level 0. Like level 0 is just because there's something to grab, not like there's not anything better.
Okay, so real talk. I'm gonna take this one for Gavin takes it because he knows I'm gonna say this, but I thought we made this look for lower or higher card from top 4 versions to prevent the level 0 from finding itself and looping this over and over on the same turn.
We are playing the goddamn clip.
Okay. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, man.
I swear, there has to be like some kind of like shock counter for each time this guy plays this. He put into another one at level 3.
Yeah, but in response.
Oh shit. He had only one choice. That's pretty cool. Oh lord.
You know what I'm digging for.
Yeah.
I don't know your reaction to this.
Oh my goodness.
Goodness.
If I had to get a whiskey right now, I would start like consuming that. Cause that's how much.
Keep your pot running.
This this is where Gavin has to say Bakamitai.
Bakamitai.
Oh,
Oh, fucking.
that clip has finally played. Oh.
Again, Bushy, I thought you learned your fucking lesson. I thought you learned it, man. Like, oh, come on. Okay. Anybody who... Okay, so I come from... So, I was a Triad Primus man at one point. And everybody knows that devil deck does nothing but spam Azusa 24/7.
Is very correct.
Why? And again, former Love Live Sunshine main here.
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah, we hacked this card called Calling Archive Card and Ruby Kurosawa. She's a lower version. She's only 4K, but that didn't stop us from playing her.
Again, we spammed her in Legion.
We did.
I was willing to lower Mari. I was jumping hot Mari down to 3 because of that card. Like, again, what was the biggest problem with those cards? They could find themselves.
But sometimes like you know, as the clip showed you, sometimes like you unironically go through 16 cards to find what you're looking for without paying bloody stock.
Imagine, like, sure, it will shred your hand, but majority of the time, the Azusa player did not care.
Because minusing the 4, or rather, yeah, like, doing all of that to get out of a bad deck was probably worth it for them.
Oh,
in
yes.
the longer run of the game.
You didn't take 12 straight damage. You didn't take 12 straight. Like, again, Subaru here...
She's setting that back precedent again that we thought that we avoided from 3 years ago.
Right, and the fact that the modern day variations are level zeros,
on death, do the thing.
Right,
And
versus
cannot find themselves. No, I just have to like keep pointing that out. I thought we made these level 0 versions, Rimuru, Fuka Zero, etc., to prevent them from bloody looping into each other.
like, can you imagine, like, for the majority of players who think this card is fine, I'm going, did you not play back then?
Or did you forget what happened back then?
Do you need a reminder of what happened? Like, like Monogatari, Triad Primus, those decks had the Monogatari, it wasn't a problem in Monogatari, but at the same time, it helped contribute to Monogatari's compression, which again that deck which was infamous for it. Triad Primus, same thing. In fact, it was even worse because they could do it at level 0. It was even worse.
Right. At least Monogatari had to wait till level 1.
Love Live Sunshine. Oh Lord, I thought we were done with this problem. No,
We apparently aren't.
Like, when I first saw this card, I was like, no.
I showed you Gavin. Gavin's like, Ring, you're kidding. They're not making a card like that. Stop shitting yourself. Reread it again.
No. Lies. Liar. I was like, lies. No. They couldn't have done this. And they did it. And I was just like...
Wait. Who was behind the development team? Now, I get it. It's the whole fair reason. You need Blue because she has to be there with like one of her fellow Blue buddies of Aqua or Shira or something. Again,
many people will say, well, this card isn't broken inherently. I'm going, no, but I would imagine not a lot of Weiss Schwarz players think long term. Think about it. Once Bushiroad finds out the player base finds Subaru acceptable, they're going to start printing easier and easier versions of this card.
Like for example, imagine Kombaru from Monogatari, but she just simply experienced 2 do this.
Like
that'll be absurd.
That's not a condition. Like Kombaru for real? No way. And the fact that most people are like, well, it can't fix level zeros. Again, that's not a problem. As Beryl just said, that is not a detriment. Like, if you are finding a level 0, that means either you're running too many level 0s, or B, there was literally nothing better, and that level 0 is not going to help you in the majority of cases anyways. Level 0,
Level 0 and 3 climaxes.
Level 0 and 3 climax. Okay.
Okay, sorry, you're sad panda now, but you.
But at the same time, if this was simply a on death, not an end of the battlefield version, I'd be completely fine with this card.
Because I wish you would need to minus a little further.
No, the fact that it's both enter the battlefield and can fetch itself. It might
that means we may unironically see the hololive version of what you saw earlier.
Like it just goes. So why are people not up in arms about this? You know, I get the set just came out.
I guess the whole like, you know, we could talk more about this when we get to blue, but there might be like this like general sentiment that blue's not that great of a color to a lot of these players.
And I'm going.
They're going like, in order for me to use this, I need to play a less than optimal color. And I'm like, we'll see how quote unquote optimal or less optimal that color is when we get there.
Yet this is one of the biggest reasons to play blue. Not just because of blue's own merit, but this card alone. Like, again, you know, Bushiroad has been attempting to bring back the original Azusa. They tried it in Slime, and it failed utterly. The biggest difference between this card and Milim. So Milim is a vanilla that requires I forget who else is on the card that pairs up with her, but it's a global 5, and it's a hard once per turn. The Azusa ability. It grants the Azusa ability to the.
Was it a Rimuru?
I think it was a Rimuru. It could have been a Shuna. I'm not 100% sure. So it was one of those two. So the reason why that package failed utterly, number 1, it required 8 slots in your deck. B, it locks you to hard. It's a hard once per turn.
Oh, and 3, you're forced to discard. Wait, you have to discard a specific card, right? No.
No. It's original Azusa.
Oh, okay.
It's literally original Azusa, but
once per turn.
But at the same time, it's locked up a hard once per turn, and you have to play a vanilla. You have to lock 8 slots to your deck, and one of them's a literal vanilla.
I mean, 4 goes to vanilla.
Right. So Subaru here, again, leveling on a blue card is not difficult at all. Like
we'll see there's like actual incentive to do so.
I mean, it's brain dead easy. Like it's brain dead.
Like the only like, you know, I'll talk about it, you know, get out of the way now. There'll be like the one fringe situation where, okay, you just got to level 1 no clock. Okay, sure, Subaru's unusable at that point, but
at the same time though, once you get yellow damage, Subaru is live for the rest of the game basically.
Right, and that will, you know, that will get absurd no matter how you want to write it.
Like for those of you who remember playing Kombaru, well, hello, welcome to the second coming of that card.
Like I'm pretty sure, you know, anyone that's played Monogatari or has played against Monogatari probably did remember, like, okay, Kombaru into okay, Hanakawa.
Like I remember getting battered by that 5 years ago. Or if you've been on the receiving end of Sunshine or the Sunshine Pilot, you know.
Right, unironically, like Ruby into Chico or something to grab you from waiting room.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and you know, Subaru just brings back those memories, and I'm going, oh Lord.
I don't know, Barrow. Have you ever like have you yourself played this kind of like quote unquote solitaire? Or I've been on the receiving end of this solitaire.
Well, I have never had the chance to play it. This type of card, since the decks I play I don't believe the decks I play have access to it, but I've definitely played against it. You, for example.
Yes. As we've already established, I was a sunshine. I am an on and off sunshine main.
I remember the play testing.
yes, you do.
Now, oh boy, it was absurd, wasn't it?
Like, it was absurd to see me, like, spend my main face doing all that, right?
I mean,
every game felt the same.
okay, the clip should speak volumes.
The clip does speak volumes.
Like, hello? That is what we want to prevent. Like, most people will say, well, the clip doesn't prove anything because that's a statistical anomaly. I'm going, no, we're trying to prevent potential, not necessarily what will happen, not what will happen in most cases. Like,
just doing two instances on the same turn is already considered absurd in our books.
Like, this card has me worried.
I'm low key wondering, I'm gonna do this right now. I'm gonna check to see if there's like any errata at the moment, just to see on the slim chance if Bushido actually bar to go this can only be used. This ability can be used by cards in the same game up to once per turn. And nope, errata has not been updated since August 16th. Never mind.
And this card is $1, gentlemen. This card is a literal $1. So again, I'm honestly hoping and praying that if hololive ever gets a ban, this card is part of that reason.
Mm-hmm.
But I highly doubt it will be.
Because people are going blue, bad color, or something like that.
I'm going, you can say whatever you can say what you want about it. Jesus Christ, Christ Almighty, help us all. Help us all.
Anyway, I think anyone else was thinking on this card in a constructed context before we move on to limited?
No, I think you guys have said everything there needs to be.
Oh, okay, so in limited.
This card does not need help.
No, it didn't. So, okay, I have no choice. My hands are tied. I begrudgingly give this replayable plus.
I mean, is there really any other answer after all that was discussed?
I have to give this the double golden award of shame. Of
shame.
The only way this will get a lower rating is if Bushi takes the initiative and does something.
And preferably bad it.
Yeah, playable plus.
Oh no, Bushy, why? Actually, how long was that segment? How long was that entire thing?
I can't even calculate it.
Holy shit! Well,
at least 20 minutes, I'd say.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to timestamp this one.
Okay. I'll let you look out for that then.
Man, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would. I didn't.
No. It can only get so absurd. You're talking about literally one profile, and it's a profile that people have seen to death.
Right, but again, man, you've seen how upset I get over one profile.
Hey man, okay, true, but this is not that.
Okay, true.
Anyway, let's move on. Barrow, it should be you.
Is it my go?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a Mel Art, Yozora Mel, level 2, cost 1, power 7,500. Continuous.
No, that's an auto.
Oh, that's an auto. Got it. Alright, auto. This ability activates up to once per turn. When you use an act ability, this card gets power X until end of turn, where X is the number of your other hololive characters multiplied by 500. And then auto climax combo, when this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, if you have one Summer Love, the choice trigger, in your climax area, look up to 2 cards at the top of your deck, reveal up to 2 hololive characters among them, put them into your stock in any order, put the remaining into the waiting room, and then choose one character in your waiting room and add it to your hand. Well, I just basically read that as you get to stock 2 and salvage 1. So,
yes.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. There is one
that's
problem.
Pretty good, yep.
There is one problem. This happens way too late in the game.
Yeah, like I do have here, like the downside is that you're using up your level 2 turn. Or this is only...
and because spoken up in the past, that level 2 doesn't really last long in general.
Yeah, like.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, like I was saying, like you're basically using up your whatever, however many resources you have during your level 2 turn to build more resources, but you're not like But that's all you're doing. You're just building resources at level 2, and then also the fact that it's a climax combo, and you also have to reverse the opponent as well. Like the climax combo, also the fact kind of takes up like slots. Like if you have other climax combos you want to run. So
Yeah,
that's kind of my take on it.
It's very yeah. This is one of those like this makes me ask questions. I'll be honest. It's neat on paper. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
This is basically a better version of the Makoto combo from Million Live, but at the same time, Makoto combo wasn't all that great even back then, and that was 2 years ago. So
Right, very shaky as a result.
So again, if you really like Mel, I guess, but at the same time, in a constructed standpoint, no way.
Yeah, I don't see much that could really like make this work in constructed.
Isn't the Fugo also on Mel?
No, that's Watame.
Watame, okay.
I know when you see what something like this, especially when I believe both Mel and Watame are like different states of blog, so I don't blame you.
Oh bloody hell! Oh bloody hell! That's why I'm trying to learn their names slowly.
Yeah, I get that.
But at the same time, though, you know, in combination with the Matsuri Brainstorm, the Tap 1500 plus, you know, plus the give 2000, you know, it could make her get some kills here and there at level 2.
Yeah, you know,
like,
against some pesky early plays that came on the board. True.
Right, but again, majority of the time, sure, this will go stock positive, but other than that, too little, too late, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like you build around this, you're forced to play standby as one of your climaxes to get this out of level 1.
But at the same time, that means your climaxes are now locked.
Exactly. You know, going back to what Barrow said earlier.
So,
anyway,
honestly,
can Limbigus save it, perhaps?
You know, I don't mind this combo unlimited, actually. I don't mind it.
It is an uncommon, so like you'll definitely, well, not definitely, but you'll have better chances of having more copies.
Right, and I you know, you could argue that if someone gets a kill with this, you know, as we've said, Limited is a slower format. You know, whoever does match a kill with this could honestly put themselves in a winning position.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, if you need resources for Coco on your level 3 turn,
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
Though I would wonder, how did you get Coco to begin with?
Imagine.
Like, who gave him Coco Unlimited?
Because someone ironically passed Coco.
or maybe they just thought, oh, Coco hot garbage, man.
No. So let's
let's say we were to do it. Like, you passed Coco, right?
As we ironically say, show us the SSP.
True. And that SSP is worth a ton considering it's this set.
And depending on the member, it can even be more.
Oh,
I've seen some great. Low-key gonna make Bang Cream SSP look like child's play.
This Coco creature is 1600.
Can you blame them after all we said about her?
No. It's $1,600. And
That's a bargain.
That's a bargain. Holy shit!
And man, sweet say 1,200, man.
If you look at it this way, you're never gonna get, like, if Hololive gets a wave 2, you're never gonna get Coco again.
True.
True. It can only go up from here, really.
This is a unfortunate fact.
Hey, man, this marine is also 1,600, man. Marine is 1,600.
We'll talk more about Marine and Aqua later.
$1,100, man. Like, Jesus Christ.
Don't calm down.
Oh, I mean, what do I have to do? Trade my car for the deck?
No, yeah, you guys sell off that portfolio of yours.
Holy shut up. Okay, fair enough.
For your car, you're funny.
But in terms of Mel art here, you know what? In limited, I like this actually.
Yeah, I do too. I think you unironically kind of aim for this in limited.
This is probably one of the better combos in limited, unironically.
So I'll actually give it the playable minus as a result.
Yeah, give this a playable minus. It's an all-star in limited.
Yeah, like limited playable minus. Like if, like other than that, I would have given her like niche.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
I would have slapped the furl on this one.
Low key. Alright.
Next.
We now have Shira new picture, Shira new flare, level 3, 2 cost 10,000 power. During your turn, if all your characters are hololive, that's pretty effing hard, Bushiroad. This card gets 2,000 power. Auto on play. Pay 1, sacrifice one of your characters. If you do, this card gets the following ability to enter. She gets cancel burn 1, and on play she gets cancel burn 1. So Generation Grease is basically aristocrats for those who know magic. You know, you're sacrificing your own guys to get abilities.
Hey man, I did like aristocrats, okay?
Fair enough, and aristocrat decks are pretty neat.
But at the same time, though, I mean,
It's kind of like the Subaru theory, you know. No need for climaxes to pop this off.
Yeah, like just put it in the deck. Why not?
If you really want to, the main problem is more of, in most cases, it's going to do 2 damage. Period.
which isn't terrible, dude.
It's not terrible.
Hey man, Yami was good, man.
Yami was good. I will not deny that.
I mean, this is basically comboless Yami.
Yeah, that is basically correct.
Though she didn't cantrip me like Yami did.
Okay, at that point we're going a little too far, right?
Okay, fair enough.
This is like a bloody uncommon, dude. Are we really expecting? Are we expecting this to wash your laundry and cook for you?
Yes.
Get out of here.
Hey man, she also she punches for 12k unlike Yami.
True.
Punches for 12. Like, wait, man, I'm not expecting Yami to punch me that hard. Ow, that hurt.
Yeah, Flare here will punch you hard.
At the same time, though, you know what? I gotta refer to my own list. I'm like going, did I actually have copies of Flare in the deck? I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think yes. Yeah, I put 2 copies of her.
So clearly you do see mirroring the card.
Oh yeah, of course. Barrel, you were trying to say something?
I mean, no, I was gonna say yeah. You also had it in your list when you showed it to me. Like the card's nice. Like I like personally for me, I would love to have the card in all my decks because I know so many times I just need to get 2 damage in.
Okay, fair enough.
Harder than you think it is.
And Shira going for basically more, in most cases, guarantees it.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
In limited, oh yes, baby, yes. This is all-star.
Unironic keep.
Mm-hmm.
Unironic take, rather. So
you see this in limit? Come on, man.
Yeah, you just like whoop, that's mine. Like, yeah, unironically pass the Coco double R to somebody else.
That's how I get the Coco.
Fair enough. Shiranui is bait. But what to get this rating? Oh.
I'll give it solid playable. You can't go. You know, I feel like the same way as Subaru.
Like it's pretty safe to just say it's playable. Like there's nothing bad about it.
Right. But she's not like super amazing that you have to play her.
But yeah, we're going even further beyond, boys.
Oh, further beyond, he says.
Hey man.
Okay. You really like this profile.
The card too good.
Okay, fair enough. All right, let's move on.
Inugami Korone is 3/2, 10,500. More of this 10-5 nonsense bullshit for real. Let's see here. Okay, when this is battlefield, you may pay the cost of 1. If you do, you may salvage an event. At climax combo, at the end of this card's attack, if you have house state, wait, this was a trial deck? For real?
For real.
Okay, okay. Burn your opponent for 2, and then wait. Your opponent shuffles a climax of your choice back into their deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So-
had the same reaction too.
Okay,
Okay.
First I'm going like, yo, Disgaea back? Real?
Real shit. Okay. So I saw this on a certain influencer's list. I'm going, wait.
Okay,
This-
before you continue, were they playing the Koroge level 1 combo on top of it?
No. They were playing.
I'm confused.
They were playing the Okayu bar combo that we'll see in part 2 of the lecture. But I'm going, like, again, sure, the burn 2 is free here, but you want to shuffle a climax back into your opponent's deck for real?
Okay, ideally you do this when your opponent's way room has no climaxes.
Okay.
Forehead.
Fair enough. Again, and gamers has been, gamers so far. Okay, we have the one event.
Well, that is the event you play in gamers.
So we're just grabbing camera back.
If you
Like-
if you need it for some reason, you need to use it for the level assist Koroge.
Okay, fair enough. You can pay one, grab camera back, sure. Or if you really need to mill at the end of the game. But I just can't go over the fact of, wait, why am I helping my opponent compress?
I was asking for a question of why did this guy come back from the grave, but in the form of discard?
This guy got exiled years ago, dude.
Actually, quick question, Barrel. Did Koroge ever play Disgaea games on stream?
Oh, that's
Good
why.
question. I don't think so. I don't think she has, because this guy had that whole hololive crossover. But I don't believe
that did happen.
Korone was even like, because
Yeah,
like some of the hololive characters got like skins in Disgaea, but I don't believe Korone was one of
Yeah.
them, which would imply she didn't play, because I felt like the ones that did get a
So
skin
from what I'm
had a
saying,
reason to play
yeah,
it on stream.
So it was Shira Nui Flare, Shirakami Fubuki, Omaru Polka, Uruha Russia, and Tsunomaki Watame.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's where Koroge got the ability.
I'm trying to
Because I was thinking like, I was just
maybe
thinking like,
flavor.
yeah, I was trying to think. I was like, did she play Disgaea, or is she part of Disgaea collab with Hololive? But no, neither apparently.
I mean,
So
in terms of like flavor, this is just me trying to like take my philosophy classes and put it into actual, put any use into it. But you could say that the climax that you give back to your opponent is the finger that Korone gives you back at the end of her streams.
Oh no.
It is house state, right? I mean, when the date's
Yeah.
done, she's gonna give you back your finger.
Okay, okay. That okay. We'll take it. We'll take it as dark as that sounded.
okay, that's some great insight there, Professor.
I've heard the whole Koroge finger dealio.
Yeah, so I guess for Gavin, who doesn't know much for Hololive, so generally a lot of pretty much every one of the characters have like their catchphrase that they would say at the beginning of like their streams, or like as an intro, that kind of thing. For Korone's, it's Yubi, which Yubi translates to finger.
Yes, yes.
So it is the act of the audience providing Korone their fingers for her, and she holds on to them for the whole stream, so that way you stay and watch the stream. And then once the stream is done, she will give you back your finger, and you can go on with the rest of your day. And that is kind of the TLDR.
Because the idea is that, if I'm not mistaken, Beryl, that Koroge is like a bit of a she kind of like a criminal kind of. Or
Not really.
Kind of has like a criminal mastermind mindset.
Let's see. I wouldn't say criminal mastermind. I would say maybe
Yakuza boss like
there,
Coco.
there was this one part. There was this one in one of her streams. She accidentally showed her browsing history, and the audience noticed some weird stuff in the browsing history. I don't recall the exact specifics, but it would be something similar of what you would see in like a horror film. Like you probably associate it with a horror character, but not like a mastermind villain. More like a person that dabbles in villainous acts.
Okay. So more
Not to say Korone's a villain. Like
more
I think
more like
the
a mischievous, playful.
Yeah, I think the tamest answer, like I think I mentioned it earlier with who did I mention was like Matsuri, when I named her like on the alignment chart. Like the D&D alignment chart. She's Matsuri's chaotic. Like Korone would be more specifically like probably chaotic good.
Okay, got it.
Maybe chaotic neutral, depending on like your interpretation.
Okay,
that
fair,
kind of sense.
fair. Okay.
As long as she's not like chaotic evil.
No,
No.
No.
No, of course not.
No.
I don't know, man. I would be scared to give this girl my finger. I would be very scared.
There are other members of Hololive you should be more afraid of.
Fair enough.
I mean, during her time, Coco will affect. There's a reason why it's called Kiriyukai. She effectively she basically acted like a Yakuza boss.
Oh bloody hell! As soon as I heard Kiryu, I was like, oh no. Oh, no. Oh Lord! And as someone who has dabbled into Yakuza, more than just that infamous meme, sir.
I would hope so.
And man, Like a Dragon was a good game, okay?
For sure. Anyway,
Now-
back to Koroge card.
Okay, constructed. Why?
Yeah, that's a big why, and basically unusable in limited. I don't know, Barrel. Do you have anything to say this?
I have her on niche just because she's able to salvage an event. So if you're playing a deck that cares about the events, might as well have more ways to getting access to it.
Okay. That's fair enough. Sorry I interrupted you, Gary. What were you about to say?
They make a big TV. Why? So we can watch Corone's fans give them their fingers in HD.
Oh no.
All right, man. Your move.
For real, Bushiroad?
Wow, we all divulged. It's like, oh no.
Okay. They had the first part kinda right. Okay, sure. Gamers versus events. The second part was kind of like, why are we trying to resurrect the sky in 2021 like this?
Not like this, man. All right, next.
Yeah.
I believe this is myself. So replenishing with Barbados chair.
Is this my go?
No, it should be Barrel. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
You're right, Carl.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh.
All right, so we have replenishing with Barbados cherries, Yozora Mill, level 0 cost 0, power 1k, auto, pay 1, ditch a hololive character from hand, and when it's played to stage from your hand, pay the cost. Check top 4, add a card from amongst them to your hand, put the remaining cards to the waiting room. I mean, you. I don't think there's more to say about the card.
People know that I tried playing the Mari version of Kiss and Sunshine. I didn't like it.
I have never played this version card. I'm like going, why would I want to pay one and discard a creature specifically? Man.
Right, was Chibi character Ron that big of a problem that we can't print her anymore?
No, they print Chibi character Ron nowadays, man. Chibi Don is still printed nowadays.
Less frequently.
Less frequently, of course, but again, man, we saw her in sus colors.
Yay! Of all the products, Gavin.
We saw her in sus colors. I was like,
big crying at that point. FR.
yeah, big crying at that point, man. Oh man.
By the way, for the record, I'm actually glad that Hololive did not go down the shiny colors pathway. They usually could have with the generations and gamers and everything.
Oh, I'm quite glad of the two because otherwise we'd be like, oh lord,
We're going to trick this.
not this again, this shit again. For real?
I'm pretty sure it's because Bushiroad knows that hyperfashion doesn't sell too well in general.
I mean, okay, well, again, man, that didn't stop them with Go to Boon, Gorilla Stare.
Okay, I guess one of those things that actually sells on factionalism more than anything.
Gorilla Stare, man. Can am I lying when I cast Gorilla Stare?
I have no further comments.
No further fucking comments. Oh lord. Okay, limited. No.
Yeah, that's gonna be a no from me, Chief. I don't know, Beryl, would you take us to limited?
Like I'll I like to look at the positive of it, and the positive of this card is that you can get any card from the top 4. So,
Okay.
I mean, you can get yourself an event, you can
Okay.
get yourself a climax if you need it for a climax combo.
Sure, you're not wrong.
Yeah, but
all right. I guess it's ratings time then. I'm continuing my for real train. I just want a proper chibi character run.
That's not insult. That's not in a set like South Colors.
Yeah, please no.
Yeah, go stop
I'm
the
just
front
gonna
on
have
this
it in
one.
niche.
You're gonna have play as this? Alright, that's fair enough.
None of us had anything positive to say about this card besides Beryl.
Hey, hey, you know, some extra perspectives or some extra perspectives help.
Oh no, I actually like the extra perspective here because I'm going well. All right, next.
Okay, we now have great success. Ozora Subaru 001500. On play, you may pay a cost to rest one of your other hololive characters in stand. If you do, level swap. Choose one of your characters and gets 500 power until end of turn. And she is a 1000 field counter.
It's cool.
That's nifty. Hey, you can easily enable those experience conditions for your Generation 2 heavy deck. Yeah, you gotta play Subaru here.
Though I would argue, if you're a competent enough pilot, you don't need this card's help.
No,
You shouldn't need it.
You shouldn't, but it could be there as like an emergency failsafe.
Fair enough. Like when building my own deck, I was like, I'm confident enough in my abilities that I don't need great success. Honestly speaking.
Hey, okay, that's fair enough. What say you, Barrow?
Like if you're good at deck building and you're good at playing, it's like, I think it sounds kind of bad, but like if you're good at playing the game, then the color, having issues with color shouldn't be an issue, but having access to this is nice just to like as a failsafe. Like things happen during games where like you're stuck on the one color, but if you can like let's say like you're like we gave the example earlier, like you're at like what level 1 no cards in clock and your level is 0. You can play down the Subaru and then you can play this down, put a blue in your level, and then you can go off the races.
And you know, honestly, like it's not necessarily a knock on it, but like this channel is aimed more towards those experienced players who generally are more confident. But again, if you need Subaru, you know, she's not absolutely god awful.
Right, and on top of that, she has a she does have a way to exit the board while actually doing something.
And of course, if you need that extra, you know, counter oomph, you know, great success here can help you out by providing an additional 1,000,
Which could matter.
which could push you over the edge and give you that victory.
Yeah,
in combat.
definitely.
So, like, I play her more for the field counter than the level swap, which is kind of ironic. Because I think majority of people would target the level swap. The level swap.
Definitely. Or it's a level swap that can easily exit the board as a counter.
So, honestly, majority of my rating is probably going to come from the fact that it is
And that is fine.
a field counter. Now, in limited, gentlemen,
Okay, the lowest swap matters far less over there because you should be building your deck appropriately with the limit with the smaller card pool you have access to. But
Again, man,
that field counter, as Gavin will tell y'all.
but again, man, some people could build extremely greedily in limited.
And Subaru will let you do that just fine. So
I think.
there is an upside.
What say you, Barrel?
Yeah, like I see her more as for like those very specific builds, where you have a large variety of colors. That's where Subaru will have more purpose. I don't really see much in the extra 1K, mostly because like your opponent will know that you have the ability to have extra 1K. So like
True, but that doesn't force you to play awkwardly.
They will know what they're getting themselves into when they go for attacks.
Okay, fair. But
I can see it as well.
I can see the logic.
In terms of ratings, gentlemen, you know what? I think I was a little too mean to Subaru at first. You know, I'm gonna give this girl the playable minus. Actually, I'll be a bit nicer.
Okay, fair. I'm actually okay giving her the playable. I think you're having that failsafe, especially if you're playing like those experience-based cards, is never a bad thing. And the fact that she could efficiently exit the board while providing some extra defense is very nice.
I have her a niche.
Ooh, okay. Tell me more.
I mean, it's kind of like what I said earlier. Like, I don't really think much for the 1K, most because it's telegraphed to the opponent.
Okay.
I'm focusing more on like the ability to like swap colors, which of course does depend on like the type of deck you're playing, whether it's you're playing just as a backup for your level 1 Subaru, or if you're as we mentioned, you're being very greedy and you just have like you're playing 4 colors.
Oh no!
I was like, all right, you better have some Subarus.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, let's move on.
Ah, yes, very interesting. Tsunomaki Watame 001500. Oh, look, guys, it's a surveil. It's an enter the battlefield surveil, and when this card has been enters the battlefield, both players mill the top card of their deck. At the level of the level of the card that you milled is higher than the opponent's, you may blind stock.
Okay, so I heard this is a reference to a rock paper scissors game that she would play or something with. I think the people watching this game. I don't know how it works. Maybe Beryl knows it better than I do.
Please.
Well, were you gonna say something, Gavin?
Yeah, lore, please.
Oh, well, so I was actually trying to find out which episode this was from. I didn't have the time to find it. But if what Rin says, if it's based on the rock paper scissors, then I mean.
Okay, so it's from Holograph. There was a rock paper scissors scene.
Yeah. All of these, the non
the lower,
generic
the lower rarity cards, basically.
Yeah, the lower rarity cards are all from Holograffiti.
Okay,
Holograph. So the issue with that is their episodes are not really numbered, at least especially the older ones.
Right, Holograph has been around longer than the craze.
Yeah, and then some of the episodes have also been privated, so like I don't know if some of these cards might be referencing it. I don't think they would be, because like I think the privated ones happened much longer before these cards were being produced. But yeah, like I don't have the exact source for this one, but if what Rin says of it being like, if it is a rock paper scissors one, then I mean, are we familiar with how like the kind of the rock paper scissors slap gag works?
Kinda.
Like the gag is you play rock paper scissors. If you win, you have to point in a direction. If the losing player looks in the same direction, you get to whack them in the head.
Oh, I see.
Now I don't know if that's what the reference is, then that's the meaning behind the game. But the card the screenshot, I guess they chose, it's for me it's hard to determine where it came from, because all I see is just Watame looking to the side.
The flavor text goes something like, "Are you going to stop?" or something like that.
That might help me narrow it down, but definitely not enough where I can name it off the top of my head.
if you can make it pronounced in Japanese, it should be like "Tomame ni ikimasu."
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't recall the source for it.
Okay.
Okay. in terms
But
of
I don't believe the source would be a factor in its ability. Though.
No. We just want to go for context.
At the same time, though, okay, the surveil helps you win this duel a lot. Helps you win this little game.
Right, and you can't go wrong with extra resources if you really are playing a deck that needs it.
At the very worst case, is a Milto,
Yeah, which is also not bad.
which isn't terrible. Kind of small, but well, what more can you do?
Right.
What more can you ask for? Honestly speaking, in constructed, no, definitely don't play this.
I would argue the only way, the only place where this is going is if you at best probably like Coco top ends.
Perhaps.
Yeah, like it's a chance at more.
Well, I mean,
it is the chance at an additional stock.
It kind of makes sense, Coco is her fellow generation 4 mate.
Mm-hmm.
Renegade perhaps? Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, a little shaky probably.
You know what?
It's
keep going, Barrow.
like I don't know what more to say. It it's just a chance at free stock. So if you feel like your deck is in need to be able to build stock as much as you can, sure, why not?
Yeah, that's pretty much how I see it.
It helps with Coco.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it's really for, honestly speaking.
Mm-hmm.
So I think overall, I guess gotta give it the niche.
Yeah.
I'm gonna deviate, dank meme.
Dank meme. Damn, we call.
It's a very dank meme, man.
Okay, fair. Alright, let's move on.
All right, we have Feeling Bubbly, Matsuri, level 0, cost 0, power 2k. Continuous during your turn. If you have 5 or more cards in your hand, this card gets plus 2k. Auto, pay 1 at the beginning of your Encore step. If you have no other characters in rest in your front row, pay the cost, rest this card. I really don't have much to say about the effects. I do know which episode this screenshot is from, though, so I can give lore on that. Whether or not you understand anything.
You did mention she really likes kids.
Yes, she did, but that has zero. That pretty much has zero context for the episode.
Oh no, how deep is this
okay,
going?
so without trying to recap the episode scene by scene, since again these are like 2-minute episodes, she basically jumps out of the office building, which I think is like what 3-4 stories tall. So like she jumped from that, she jumped through the window, and as she was falling to her death, Mio, who doesn't have a yellow card, but people will know who Mio is eventually. But Mio catches her from her fall, and because Mio is known for being the mom character, after she catches Matsuri, Matsuri turns baby. As the simplest way I can say it.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. But yeah, as for her abilities, I mean, I really only see I don't I mean I only see much use I only see most use like turn 1 really like
ACC, or as a response to what your opponent puts on the board, perhaps?
yeah like
Like that could regenerate if you really need it.
yeah I could like otherwise it's kind of like just a 2k that you can always like have on the board. If you really want the power, you'll have to keep a decent hand size, which
Early
you
games,
can't always,
early games shouldn't be too hard.
yeah. Like other than that, it's kind of meant just for the early game, really.
Which is kind of, again, I think cards, in my opinion, need to do more than just that nowadays.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like serve more than one purpose.
Which, again, this card kind of fails to do.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, maybe let's see how this card would fare in limited.
Actually, I like this unlimited.
Yeah, having a pretty much a guaranteed character that could go after like turn 1 or even turn 2. This is probably not going to be 4K on your turn anymore.
Depends on how slow the game is.
It does depend. But
So-
okay, you could maybe stretch it to like turn 3 or 4.
Right. Now, again, it's a regenerator, so I kind of like the regeneration, actually.
Yeah,
Like-
not too bad there. Okay, fair enough.
It is a great payout in case you trapped a climax or something.
And
in
you
your
know,
first-
as Bear was saying, effectively a guaranteed, almost guaranteed character. So
So
yeah, get swimming in niche.
Yeah. I have it as niche as well.
I think I'm gonna have to go a little bit nicer.
Ooh,
Playable minus, actually.
okay.
I'm actually gonna go
Okay, fair,
Yeah.
fair.
because you know it's that good and limited, actually.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Next,
Okay, we now have one act in the office, Kiriyukai 002,000. Since you're from the second slot, this card gets sold +1. She's a drop search. Oh wait, this sounds familiar.
wait a second. Wait a fucking second. Oh lord, it's Bopero.
It is actually Kokoro.
Well, I mean, or Operation Doppelganger Ichika.
But Kokoro makes sense because they're both yellow.
True. Though Ichika should have been yellow, IMO, but no, that's neither here nor there. Now, you know, having played Kokoro Drop Search quite a bit throughout its heyday, both Bang Dream and Gotobun. That sheer early game aggression. You know, imagine turn 1 slapping this down, telling your opponent to eat the quad. Like if they ate it, holy!
Stonks.
You know, it's about it's a 50-50 chance with like a 1-2% odds in your favor of landing it, but like, oh lord, imagine, like, tell the audience how much you've been hit by that quad turn 1.
Isn't it basically yes?
Okay,
Not that many times, but
more times than you want to admit, right?
Yeah, it's probably something like at least 5.
I mean, like, did you expect that play from me?
Okay, by the third time, yes.
You're like, but at first,
At first I was like, what?
you're not using the drop search, man?
Like, dude, it's turn 1. What's stock?
Take the quad.
What? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, fuck.
I took it, like, what? Like, take the quad? And man,
Like, F4?
F4, for real, take the quad, man. And, you know, it's those kinds of plays that makes cards like Kiryu just, like, shine, in my opinion. You need that 2-soul beater at the end of the game, Kiryu's your girl, man.
Okay, fair.
Though, Coco, orange hair, oh, fuck.
Calm down, Gary. It's not what you think it is.
Okay, I was about to say, she better not have the same personality.
No.
Thank the Lord on that one. Oh, I don't want it.
Barry, you want to describe Coco's personality really quick to him before he actually gets concerned?
Describing Coco's personality. Well,
So I already mentioned the whole like Yakuza boss vibe to her.
yeah, that's
That's
kind
part
of like
that's part of it.
that's kind of part of it, but I think that's mostly just based on design and just her just going with the flow with that trope, because she does love the Yakuza games. So
Right.
I think that's
And
I
the
think
whole,
that's how
like,
it also just built up.
right, sharing the same surname as
Yeah,
that
but like
guy.
for her personality, she is definitely not one to be concerned. Yeah, I would say like she's not one to be concerned about her image, just due to the antics that she does for her streams, which I don't think I'll go into details, but
Let's just say it involves things that you probably
and
shouldn't say
her
a
stream,
lot online.
she is one of the more she does one of the more sensitive streams, or the more in the, with, for lack of a better term at the moment, kind of like vulgar
Yeah,
sometimes.
vulgar content is what
But
she's known
in
for.
the end, like she has I guess she has a big heart. I think that's kind of sounds a bit generic, but like she definitely does care.
So
For everyone.
basically imagine like basically potty mouthed kind of
Potty mouth Barney?
potty mouth altruistic personality.
Okay, and you know what? I can get behind that. Okay.
She is one that very much loves the community.
And that completely alleviates my concerns. Whew.
Okay.
You know, false alarm there.
Cause this guy gets tripped up by orange hair characters thinking that they're automatically like a Honoka or a Yoshiba or something.
Oh, no, definitely not a Honoka. Definitely not a Honoka.
Good. Annoying. Okay. Orange haired Coco. Oh no, we're just missing an A.
Stop. We already told you she doesn't act like that.
Good. Now in limited. Oh yes,
Yes.
dude. That's a common, man.
Yeah, I
I don't see anything wrong with this card.
There isn't. There really
This
isn't.
this card is amazing.
Alright, Reagan's time. I'm gonna give it to playable.
Yeah, playable.
Let's fucking go, boys.
Let's fuck. Of course you would.
Let's fucking go. Hey man, I gave the same thing to Ichika.
You're right. Okay, moving along.
Oh, let's see here. Oh, it's the cat police, Corona. During your turn, if you're playing the game, she's 6/5, and you may pitch an event. If you do, salvage. But,
Interesting as that's specifically hashtag hololive gamers.
but I'm just going, well, again, she has that smug look. She has the smug glasses. The smug glasses, man.
Yes, she do. You're right.
I think this was from one of the episodes where it's an episode that featured the whole cast of hololive gamers. I don't remember the exact details of the gag, but I recall everyone had like the police hat on.
Okay. I actually got like you notice from looking at the hololive gamers event card that you notice like the 4 members have like an animal feature, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so as you could tell, Koroge's a dog, Okayu's a cat, Fubuki's a fox, and Mio's a wolf.
Yep.
Now, I guess one thing, like in terms of like lore, just to bring up is that I don't know the details behind the designs, but I want to say the fact that they're all animals may have been a coincidence. Only because Fubuki existed before hololive gamers were a thing.
Right. And then Fubuki
Like
decided to
only
go
like
double duty.
at some point later, Fubuki became part of gamers, but she's also part of
Generation
Gen.
1.
Yeah, so that's why Fubuki's a bit confusing in terms of like categorizing her in the gens.
Right.
Which is why I say it might have been a coincidence that they're all animals, or maybe it was on purpose.
I feel it's on purpose. Let's be honest.
I think it's on purpose. I mean, these guys, the creators of the creators know what they're doing.
Right, like if let's see, like going Generation 0, you're just meant to be, relatively generic overall. In terms of designs and everything. Generation 1 is also like relatively sane. Minus the personality of Mastery. Generation 2 is where we're getting a little interesting, like diversifying like in the archetypes and everything. We have a maid, we have a tomboy, we have a witch apparently.
A witch, a demon, a succubus.
Right. Well, I forgot about the vampire in Gen 1. Again, gamers goes normal animals. I mean, Generation 1 also gave us a fox.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I feel like the literature. I feel like gamers onwards, so gamers with game going 3, 4, 5, try to be a little more fleshed out with like the themes behind each faction.
Which is something I think most players can appreciate.
Yeah, definitely. Like you notice how Gen 4 is kind of like more focused on like the supernatural, with like Coco being a dragon, Wakame being a Suchi. What do you call it again? Sucho.
It's Tsuchinokos?
There we go, Tsuchinokos. Yeah, so the Tsuchinoko, Towa's like an actual demon, if I'm not mistaken.
Nah, Toa's an angel.
I mean, angel. Oh, okay, calm down there. Derek, you know about EMT, right, Gavin?
Mhm.
There's a TMT. Towa Machi
Oh.
Kenshi.
Damn it! No! I mean, I have a Nesso of Emilia, so yeah.
Okay. Anyway, before we go too far with that, we can talk more about games when we get to like those generations.
All right. Okay. What? The cat police here. Not terrible, actually.
Yeah, she's serviceable.
Like, again, it kind of like, okay, I don't want to dig with camera. Let me grab something I actually want.
Right. That's not too shabby. And she works for 6-5 on your turn.
Which, hey, she ain't gonna live in response, man. She did.
Yeah, blow on correlation dead, right?
Very. But at the same time, you know what? That's more than acceptable. Limited, gentlemen.
I mean,
Wait, we don't have access to camera in limited. Fuck.
but
No,
you can
but-
discard any event.
But we
Sure.
do have events in the booster as we will see
Yeah.
one coming up.
Okay. Hopefully,
So you're not entirely screwed.
well, hopefully,
But
those are
it
common
does mean
events.
you'll have to build a deck running a fair amount of events.
Which isn't terrible depending on what the events are.
Yeah.
Right. So overall,
I'd put her in niche.
niche. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, gamers is more about like interacting with events in general.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to niche. That's the swap. I agree with Barrel.
Yeah, for this one, yeah, because in other gets this side like at least with the engine with freshly made Corone, that's not too terrible to justify. But here it's kind of like, they kind of like really build around it. Okay, let's move
Next.
All right, we have In Love with a Chick, Shiranui Flare, level 1 cost 1, 4500 power. Auto, when this card becomes reversed, if this card's battle opponent has a level higher than that of your opponent, you may put that character to your opponent's stock. If you do, put the bottom card of your opponent's stock to the waiting room.
Okay, yeah, ye old anti-chain stock bomb. What more can we ask for?
Yep. Yeah, I was like it reverses them. There you go.
Well, not reversing
Again-
them, but just disposes
yeah,
of
well,
them.
yeah. Yeah, it
It's
gets
like-
rid of.
Again, it's more of, so why are these the common and not the bottom deckers?
I honestly don't know what Bushiroad's thinking sometimes when it comes to that. But
Again-
apparently going back to your deck is more painful than going back and going to your stock.
I guess, but at the same time, man.
And,
So-
and you know, before choice, yellow had arguably like, you know, the worst climax choices.
Oh come on, man! Shot and bounce aren't that bad.
You ask the majority of players, they'll be like, fuck both of them. You know I'm not. You know I'm right.
At the same time, man, the majority of the player base.
I'm just saying the facts here. I'm not trying to say like they're right or wrong.
At the same time, man, I try to give both shot and bounce the time of day.
And that's fair enough. We have seen good combos sprinkled on both of those triggers.
Yeah, which again, man, double rares back to shot and bounce when. Like, but at the same time, like, choice, like literally every combo being printed on choice, getting a bit boring to be honest.
We're
But-
only about 2 years in with choice.
Again, man, when you see literally every single combo printed on choice nowadays, come on, man.
Okay, it gets old quickly. You're right.
It gets old very quickly. But she doesn't really flare here. Okay, in constructed, sure. This is your yield.
Deal with the Grex.
This is your yield anti-change situation. If you're running into constant standby, if not, Miss Flare useless. I mean, Barrel, like, do you run into constant standby where you live in your area?
I'll be honest, my area is literally just Rin.
That's not correct.
Oh.
You play against more than just me.
I mean, yeah, but like most of the time, I guess I remember playing against you more.
You've also we participate in the same WTPs together.
Yeah. But,
Okay, fair enough. I thought you'd be like, well, you know, like HSI or something, man. I'm surrounded by standby.
I mean, even when I think about standby, like all I can think about, like when they play a standby, they put the character in the back anyways.
But they'll bring up to the front and they'll still be at level 1.
I'll be honest, I don't remember many times where that's the situation.
Okay.
Game's too quick now.
Yeah, like
No.
they're gonna catch up in level real quickly to where like the timing for this, especially if we're just factoring in standbys, I feel like the timing for it is like early in the game. It's
Okay,
kind of irrelevant.
No. To be fair, we do have things. No, we do have stuff like no, especially in the new quintessential quintuplex double integral set. We do have things like the Nino double are just coming into the board already attacking at level 1.
And Nino isn't that common, though. I would suspect that's going to be changing very, very soon.
Right, but you know, there are some standby decks with access to abilities that let the thing you bring out attack on the turn you bring it out from with standby. Or as Kevin likes to call it, enables haste on standby.
I love it, man. Enables haste enablers, man. And actually, no, Nino does it by herself, man.
Yeah, you know, just like I don't need no enabler. I enable myself.
Like, and like, it really depends on where you live. Like, if
Yeah,
you live,
it's definitely a meta call.
Mm-hmm.
but in limited, oh lord, no,
No, what's this thing called early play?
no. At least.
There's like in general there's like nice to know ways to build a character that early that you would care about.
in terms of actual ratings, gentlemen,
I give her a niche. As you said, like for me, I'm not in an area where there's a like standby is rampant. But if I were, I could see reason to running it.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think
Go
go
on.
ahead.
I was going to say, actually, I'll let you go first, actually.
Honestly speaking, like these types of cards are the main reason why standby is kind of like standby
Starting to, like, disappear in some places.
disappear
or-
in some places. Like, of course, nothing's gonna get Japan off of standby.
Yeah, Japan likes that trigger up the wazoo.
I mean, hell,
They're still playing Kaguya-sama to this very day.
nothing short of removing the trigger will get them off of it. Like, you could heavily punish them for it, and they'll still play it.
That's a little sad, but that's their problem, not ours.
I mean, like, again, I haven't run into that much Kaguya-sama.
Or just standby in general, right?
Standby in general, like,
Yeah, so I'm going to say maybe like nowadays I would probably have to say playable minus, check your mega, but before deciding.
yeah, playable minus is why I agree with playable minus. Like, it really depends on what you're facing. Like, if you're running into constant like 8 gold bar decks, hell no, this card's useless.
Right. Okay, let's
All right.
move on. We now have Ozero Subaru 21500. Just a 2500 backup, and you can also discard requirements to make this an actual 6000 counter.
6,000?
For discarding this
Big.
for one stock, discard this and a climax.
Holy crap!
Like, how big am I? Yes.
Holy shit! Well,
Combine that with
You thought you'd be reversing me?
combine it with the Generation 1 antics of axe stacking, oh baby.
like Jesus Christ. And the fact that she's only 500 doesn't matter.
Right, because imagine playing this onto the board. Like, hey, discarding that climax may actually be like the one thing that could like give you a better refresh.
Mm-hmm.
So
And-
that's actually pretty nifty.
I actually don't even mind this. In fact, I'm actually kind of liking this.
Right. Like, I first was like, okay,
It's
a little
sure.
a little situation. How much do you care about board?
Sure. It only gives you bulk, but at the same time, a lot of players are clamoring for bulk nowadays. And guess what? This gives you bulk.
Yeah.
This works at discarding both pants and bar. Like,
Or just
Oh.
any stuck climaxes.
those are the two most likely to be trapped in your hand.
True.
So, honestly speaking, yeah, why not play this?
So I would argue you play it if you actually have reason to defend stuff.
Well, of course, don't put this in your deck willy nilly, but at the same time, like, standby decks should honestly consider this.
If they aren't already.
Then again, hololive and standby. I haven't seen that many standby lists.
Yeah, more on standby maybe when we get to like not even red, low-key blue.
I think we'll see the reasons.
Okay, I'll play it this way. We'll see like some stuff. We'll obviously see like you'll see like a standby combo or something in red, but we won't see like actual standby targets. I would argue 9 kill blue. If that makes any sense.
Fair enough. And now, of course, in terms of super, no. Actually, no. Before we move on to limited barrel, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah. I like it. As we said, you get power. Big power.
And
You also have
hang
the
out
flexibility
right?
of like you don't have to give it all to the same character. Like
You
you can split it up.
No, you
Oh, wait,
actually,
sorry.
you
My
actually
bad.
have to.
My bad. Never mind. I read it wrong. But even still, like it's big power. Especially like if in the sense like within like within just the set itself, like there's a lot of on reverse cards that needs to reverse the opposing character, where this one definitely prevents that from happening.
We will hope.
Yeah.
It defends you against Coco.
That could matter. Yes.
It's 6K. It's like defending one of your columns at 6K, man. Jesus.
I will say from like a like from my personal experience, like at level 2, when I am able to use this punch, I do have a situation where I just have one too many climaxes in hand. So being able to discard a climax is not really a problem.
Definitely.
But
definitely.
that's just personal experience. I don't know about.
No. That's a fair thing to bring up. Like, sure, some people will downplay anecdotes, but honestly, there is reason to bring up anecdotes.
I mean, half this game is anecdotal, dude.
Exactly. Like if you could tell me that this game's played primarily on a local level, then Gavin's right. Half of this game is anecdotal.
I mean, it's kind of the whole thing with the Weiss community in general. They want to claim that this game is primarily played at the local level, yet anecdotal evidence is invalid completely.
Which kind of sounds like a contradiction.
It doesn't make any sense. I'm going, no. Like,
that's not how it works.
That's not how it works. They're like, well, we want to believe in math and numbers. I'm going, well, Bushiroad doesn't believe in math and numbers. Tell that to Bushiroad.
I think they're looking at a different set of math and numbers than we are.
This is also true.
True. And the thing is, now, in terms of limited, gentlemen, you need to save one of your columns. Subaru's your girl.
Yeah, FR.
Holy!
Big protein energy.
And man, big cry when your opponent needs that reversal. You just go, no?
No, you just discarded 2 cards for that.
That's fine.
That's fine. Worth it.
That's fine, man. I get damage economy on your ass. That's valuable and limited, man.
That's very valuable. True. So overall,
I'll forgive the earlier transgression, the playable.
yeah, I could agree on playable.
Like 6,000 counter for real?
Yeah. Alright, playable? Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. Okay, we have one last event here for the actual booster cards. Oh, let's just say bouquet, excuse me, what the fuck?
Oh.
Okay, now we go to...
Oh, let's see here.
After I scroll back.
Whose turn was it again?
Yours.
Okay, so it's a 2/2 event counter. Form the following action types. Choose one of your guys, and they gain the following abilities at end of turn. The guy in front of this gets -1 soul, and you exile this after use.
Okay. So kind of like a mini version of the Quintuple version.
Or the basic realizer.
Or basic realizer and Gale Live, yeah.
You know, like it mostly resembles basic realizer. Like basic realizer is -3 as a 3/3 event, but this is -2 for a 2/2 event. I'm going, you know what?
Yeah,
not bad.
That's not bad. And I believe Yes Strongest in Racist Women for Bang Dream does something similar, if I'm not mistaken.
Again, dude, you're the resident bong meme expert. I don't fucking know.
That's how I remember what that card did. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. So reduction at counter. That's a counter. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby, and not that many people tech, Machine of Ice style of cards nowadays. So
right, you're only realistically fearing like that Brave Soul still playing Yukina or something.
Hey man. I mean, Gotsubun can kind of do it too, but like they're Itsuki first off. They're an Itsuki, and they're most likely not playing that card. They don't have enough room for that.
Right.
Like they have to play Oshogatsu, Itsuki, Nakano. Otherwise, what are they doing at that point?
Exactly.
Like Bouquet, like a lot of people will scoff at money counters. A lot of people will scoff at them. I'm going, and this kind of reminds me of money counters in a way.
A little bit.
Like Is it the fact that it goes to exile after cast, or what?
Or just the fact that it reduces damage output.
So does money counter, dude.
Right. Now the difference is a money counter almost always targets the opposing character directly.
Fair enough.
Bouquet targets their own character.
But at the same time, how many things have hexproof now? Not that many. Not that many. Hell, it's chart time. Like realistically, okay. Symphogear. No, they don't have hexproof. Nijigasaki. They don't. What is this attacking you speak of? Charlotte. Okay, are you scared? Are you that scared of Naol for real?
I mean, you just really need to reduce the damage output that they're doing so that Yuki and her are trying to fight back at them.
Well, Naol has hexproof anyways in most cases.
Right, so that's where Bouquet could matter.
Right, but at the same time, you should not be scared of Naol. You shouldn't be scared of her. Besides, man, what are you trying to reduce? Okay, sure, you prevent one column of it. Cool.
That could matter.
That could matter, but Charlotte doesn't really care, man. All they care about is triggering a pan so they can grab escape again. So they can continue their survival. Gochi Usa Oyama restand? I mean, that's kinda matters. That kinda matters against them. Like, but if they're on the Kokoa top end, they don't care. And don't even get me started. Don't even get and no other top end matters. So sorry everyone who thinks Shadow is actually good. No, she isn't. South 10th Annie, Kirito and Asuna. No, they don't care. They intend to burn you out. Shion, I don't know, ironically, most people don't care about Shion all that much. Decouple Del Segno, it can help against Himari. Like, instead of most players would just cast Bouquet and take the 1 damage as opposed to burn 2 if that gets cancelled. So I guess it could help in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Date Alive. I don't think the Kurumi player cares, man.
No, not really.
Gotsubu no Hanayome. Yeah, depends on what game plan they are, but I don't think they care. Like I said earlier, Itsuki can prevent it. Nino, if Nino hasn't been tearing you up since turn 2, sure. Di became a god. That definitely went through Hina clock kicks actually. So, Bong meme, take it away, man.
Okay, let's see. Well, very good against someone on Marshall top end actually, because that means that you are affecting that column. Anything that they bring out is actually stuck fighting for reduced soul.
Oh shit! The -2 affects them permanently for that turn.
Yeah, so they're on Marshall top end. They're actually setting themselves up for disaster.
Oh, they're crippled.
Any other top end, they kind of don't care.
And Yukina gets Machine of Ice anyways.
Right, Yukina is playing One Day Wedding Bryce, Saya Yamabuki. You're funny.
Okay, Grisaya, well, if they're the Kazuki top end, they don't really care all that much. Love Live Sunshine, take it away, man!
They honestly don't care in general. They just have a play a bunch of burns.
Fair enough. Princess Connect Redive. They don't care. Kaguya-sama. Actually, they kind of do care. That neutralizes half their damage.
Yeah, that could matter.
That could matter. Slime. No, they don't care. Adventure Time. They kind of care.
They actually do care. Well, if they're on Finn and Jake top end.
Which almost everybody is.
Yeah.
If they're the Marceline top end, kinda, but not really.
Yeah, I don't think they care.
Konosuba, they don't attack.
Right. More of seeing Ichigasaki.
Yeah, they don't attack. Original generation, Nozomi can unironically side you to death.
Yeah.
And we don't speak about BB on the show. Alicization. They don't care.
No.
As somebody who played Alicization,
I think only Golden Wings cares.
and Golden Winds can just literally bounce bounce.
It's like events. Get out of here.
Get out, no, dude. There's no defendant. There's no defendant. Just bounce that shit, man.
Right.
Summer pockets. Shiki doesn't care actually. ReZero. Well, I don't.
Wait. Shiki doesn't care. Hold on.
Wait.
She's a two-soul with her climax again.
Oh no, Shiki does care.
I was
oh,
like,
she,
excuse me?
oh, she hella cares.
What? That can't be right.
She bypasses anti-burn.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, she just, yeah, I was gonna be like, she just converts her soul into pockets of 1.
Oh, right, I forgot.
and gets says you're converting 0 to 0.
Oh shit, you right. ReZero. If you haven't been battered since level 2 onwards. Prisma Ilia. Does Kaleidoscope really care, man?
Oh?
Okay, does that new Ilia top end care? The one where she's like Miku? Not really, right? I don't think so.
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit. Standby. Ooh.
No, see, Sunshine.
See, Sunshine. It doesn't attack. Actually, no. Too many burns.
Right.
Too many burns. Assault Lily. Actually, the Yu restand cares.
Yeah.
And of course, we're assuming you're talking to Yu restand.
You're attempting a gut play.
Amen.
Hey, part of the reason why I so Lily it can be a threat.
One of the biggest reasons why, honestly.
I'm not just getting blown up from like 2-2.
Just declaring to your opponent you're dead. But honestly speaking, this event kind of affects the chart, but like it's really good in certain matchups. It's kind of in others.
Yeah, for sure. Bear, what's your take on it after all that?
I mean, I really don't have much to add. Like, I don't have much experience of like other the other decks that are being played to like if this is a viable in general. But like from like just a normal game where if like say if your opponent in a situation where like in the end it doesn't matter what your opponent has, like whatever combo, all they need to do is just stick in like 3 damage in. Because like there's times where like it doesn't matter what plays, you just got to get in that 3 damage. So you just toss out your weenies and try to go in for that damage.
Right.
This card would definitely be able to shut that off, which can definitely help.
Probably like a more defense, probably like a more like mid-range defensive build.
But it is very like the timing of when you're able to take advantage of the card itself is like it's very
right.
There's a small window where it matters.
I would say like I would probably say like definitely more of a meta call card.
Oh, we also forgot to include Mushoku Tensei.
Oh, I assume most people build around Roxy top end if I'm not mistaken.
Right, I'm assuming Roxy top end myself.
I actually don't keep forgetting like how she works. Just give me a bit here.
And I'm trying to think. I don't think SDS cares either.
SDS, I don't think should
Actually, no. SDS has hexproof.
Yeah, hexproof.
At their Melodious top end, yeah.
Right. But you know that this card does affect that. Roxy, I don't think Roxy overall cares because of her flexible burn abilities.
Fair enough. So both the 2 recent newcomers, I don't think either of them care. Alrighty. So in terms of limited, gentlemen.
I don't really think it really changes much.
I feel like it could actually matter earlier in the game.
Like it could effectively anti-damage a lane here. Like I feel
I guess if we, in another sense, like we know the Shiranui flare, the cancel burn one is a low rarity, so like odds are that's what most people will have. So this card would shut it off because you can't cancel burn if you if you can't even deal damage for them to cancel.
Right.
correct. So I'm trying to go. I'm trying to think here. Well, like in terms of limit, I think it'd be pretty decent. I think
Yeah,
it'd be pretty.
yeah, because most people are playing like vanilla swings. Because you're not even in general, you're not even doing anything too fancy and limited when it comes to top end.
So so overall, I'm gonna have to get this the playable.
I'll diverge a little bit. I'm gonna say a playable minus. I think it's one of those like more of a meta call kind of card in constructed, and could
I'm
be
gonna go
decent
with,
against most
sorry.
strategies. In limited.
Yeah, I was just gonna go with niche because again, there's kind of for me, I think there's just a small window for you to make use of this card. Other than the card effect itself, I will say that the art and the card name itself is both the name and the cover art for Hololive's first album.
Oh, okay, that's when
that was released
is.
Earlier this year in April.
Oh, okay, that was just recent. Okay.
Yes.
All right,
Oh,
fair enough then.
Okay, but people, we're not quite done yet. We actually have a trial deck bonus round. And the trial deck cards are not just simply jank. So, Barrel, take us away.
All right.
Oh,
so we
I
have
call.
that number.
I just need to read that part. Now we're good.
Okay. That's Summer with You, Yozora Mel. Level 1, cost 1, power 500. Auto. When you use the backup of this card, yes, it's the backup. Reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a hololive character, which there's a high chance it is, add it to your hand and discard a card from your hand. Otherwise, leave it back in its original position, and you're countering for 2k. I will also add that the illustration here is the same illustration that was used in Mel's second anniversary voice pack.
Oh.
And the illustrator's Twitter handle is Shior2 or Sakura Shiori, I believe is their full name.
Okay. Cool tidbit information. Now, as for the card itself, Lord Borden has officially entered the chat.
Oh yes, base.
Base Lord Borden. Now, again, wait, why is Borden a trial deck card all of a sudden?
I would argue it's probably one of those like hololive is probably like the exception not the rule when it comes to trial decks.
Okay, I was about to say like, wait a
Though I want to say that we might have seen another one in another trial deck in the past. Maybe.
I think I can't remember. I remember seeing Borden at common.
Yeah, we've seen common Bordens. Maybe this could be the first trial deck one, but I can't confirm for sure.
I can't confirm for sure either. Like, okay, so there is no limited for this one, unfortunately.
But that's okay. We can't go wrong with Borden counters, TBH.
I mean, okay, Borden is really good in those more defensive decks. Like if you're playing a defendable level 1 combo, of course it synergizes well with choice. You've heard it on the show before. You know, like for all of those bar choice decks, I can see them playing Mel. I can see them playing Mel and seeing wide success with it. Though in bar choice, I don't know what you're defending. So again,
I mean, people just like Borden because possibly mitigate 1 point of damage.
True. It is legitimately the only counter that is legitimately anti-damage. So
In an unconventional way, but it is what it is.
I mean, it's anti-damage 1 technically.
Technically speaking.
I mean, the one who told me the one that told me that fact, I'm going, man, you're technically right, but I don't know, man. People have said your skills at this game are kind of sus, and I kind of trust them on that one. Like, and I kind of trust them on that one. But regardless, though, oh,
Oh, Beryl, if I'm not mistaken, you've had experience with a card like this multiple times.
Yeah, like yeah, it's one like of the three punches or counters, however you want to call them, that I'm familiar with in terms of using. I mostly use the ones that are check, basically the check top, like this one, check top, add to hand, discard one, or if it's a refresh punch, or
Classic.
more of a niche case is like an anti-change punch.
Okay.
So for me personally, I definitely see the utility in this.
For sure. Okay, I guess we'll go ahead and give ratings.
let's go with the playable. I always give you
Yeah.
an order the playable.
I see nothing wrong with it.
Okay, fair. Yeah, straight playables are out. Okay, last but not least, we have Autumn Small Roll Kiriyukai 003,000. She kicks like, oh no. And she's also a queen card.
Wait, what? You what?
Oh, hello there again. Springtime's Moment Toka or Horrifying Haunted House Kako.
I mean, it's Alicization exploding. Kirito and Asuna.
There's also that.
I mean, Jesus Christ. Those three cards we just named were rares. This is a trial deck card. Pharrell?
Right, we got that game when we like popped back up so soon after we saw things like Shortcut Ichika Nakano.
Superb Song of the Valkyries Hibiki.
I meant more of in trial decks.
Oh yeah, in trial decks. Okay, fair enough. And then we were so surprised to see Superb Song of the Valkyries Hibiki as a rare. I'm going, wait, isn't this a trial deck card?
Right.
Like, it's one of those things like, I don't see Kiryu in every list. I'm going, what?
Which is kind of weird. It's like, wait, I got almost everyone and their mother loved Clean Cut.
Especially the bulk version, man.
Right.
Like, I'm going, wait, Kiryu isn't like a 4 of staple in every deck? For real?
And, you know, we were saying like, wait, I got people like, you know, want to pay like proper tribute to Coco.
Right. Not only, I mean, it's Coco. Coco's on the bloody thing too.
Right.
I mean, we'll go over it. In
I wonder if it's more of they can't because of a lack of stock or something.
Again, it was sold out day one when the trial decks came out on Ute. So
Right, that was last week.
again, a certain red card that we'll cover in part 3.
Oh,
I'm also
no.
surprised isn't ubiquitous. Isn't legit everywhere, man. This man knows what I'm talking about. This man knows what I'm talking about.
I think we both do.
A certain level 0, I'm going. Okay.
More on that when we get there.
More on that when we get there, but at the same time, I'm going. Again, man. So tell the audience how I built hololive.
I don't think I should tell all the details because no, it
Well,
only makes sense when we get to blue.
Okay, the level 0 specifically.
Bulk.
Bulk.
That is the word that you need to know.
And you just see a ton of bulky cards. And again, I was like, wait a second.
Bulk plus utility there.
And that's what everyone wants, right? I assume.
Or so we think. Maybe there's something that we're not thinking of.
Again, if we're wrong, please correct us in the comments section.
I don't know, Beryl. You want to like possibly defend what they're thinking, or maybe contribute some thoughts of your own here when it comes to Coco here.
I mean, for me, I see it as a fine card. like early in the early game, like 3K is kind of enough to run over things.
Right.
And you're also saving. You're technically saving your other characters as well. So like,
exactly, you're gonna get to go a little aggro while not paying all the repercussions for it.
yeah, you're not gonna get clats back as hard.
Yeah, exactly. You know that's why clean cuts are good.
So I mean, I see nothing wrong with it. it's
Yeah. It's just more of why people choosing to get like. I'm just thinking like the only real reason I could think of is they literally can't find any to put in their decks. That's
that could be it too.
That's what I'm
Right.
thinking. I don't know if that's even. I mean, is that technically the case right now? Gavin, are you on YouTube at the moment?
Sure, I'm on YouTube right now, actually.
But no, if I'm not mistaken, the trial decks and the set are separate for obvious reasons.
Yeah, it's too goddamn big, dude.
Yeah.
Too goddamn big. But let's take a look at the trial decks. Like,
I want to say I saw her like in like a tiny stock earlier tonight.
well, again, I'm ignoring the SPs.
Imagine.
I'm looking at base. I'm looking at base rarity. I believe Coco is a Generation 4, so
Yeah. You could just go Control F, all 95.
a 95. Okay, well, no, she's fully in stock.
Over
She's
10 copies in there.
Yep, over
Oh.
10 copies in there. $5 a pop.
So availability is that's not seem to be a correct answer here.
Yeah, well, that the other card that I was referring to earlier is also above 10 copies at $5 a pop.
All right. So all right. Anyway, that questionable anomaly aside.
I'm just trying to I'm going again. Springtime Moments Hoka was a really good card. I thought that helped push Data Live to
Right, having a very powerful early game on top of its absurd mid game and late game.
Data Live is literally good at everything.
Like what's it not good at? FR.
And then I'm looking at and Curie and of course SAO 10th anniversary. Hello? I didn't play that jank runner. I played LS Station Exploding instead. I was like, runner? Huh, that thing? No thanks. I'll play my clean cut and just fucking slice and dice. And then when the runner got banned, everyone started playing LS Station Exploding. I'm going, dude, I was on that since day one. I was in that in February of 2020.
And
Like-
they waited until December.
And for HoloLive, I'm going, you know what? I go with the Kiryu plan every time.
Yeah? Unironically, I feel like your choice of brainstorming and this on going second, easy.
Why not, man? Why not, man? It's just gonna be amazing.
Right, as Bro said, what could go wrong?
What can possibly go wrong here? Here, I mean,
let me guess. I already know what to give it.
you already know what to fucking give it, man.
Yes. Barrel, what say you?
Yeah, it's playable.
Playable or even more playable?
Oh, yeah, even more playable.
Even more playable? Yeah, I make sure here.
It's like, Beryl, I better be seeing this card in your
Yeah.
list, man.
I guess before we leave this card, I guess to add on the illustration itself
Oh yeah, definitely
was
tell us.
came in the acrylic sheet
Oh.
as part of her 1 year anniversary goods.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also been drawn by her VTuber mom. I don't know. I think it's just pronounced Yama. Let me just pull it up. Yaman. I'm not good with Japanese. But yeah, but I'm sure if anybody would like to look into the illustrator, if they do enjoy the art, they can always. Again,
Alright,
it is
we will-
Coco's VTuber mom, so like
Okay,
you
well,
can easily find it
well-
on her Twitter.
Yeah, we'll leave the links down below. Okay, so I think that does it for all of yellow. So overall, where were thoughts?
Honestly, I was dreading when we reached HoloLive. I was like, oh no.
Oh yeah, Gavin's like, oh, I had to actually deal with this.
But you know what? You know what? I had a fun time. I had a fun time discussing Hololive.
Yeah, it's very, very nice to like just see like what they were able to do with combining like some factionalism with the ability to mix and match, because that's what we do seeing like what happens in Hololive, the members like mingle with one another within and between generations and gamers and so on.
It makes me kind of jealous.
Right. And I want to go ahead and once again thank Beryl for coming here, joining us tonight, educating us about like this amazing world of Hololive.
Yep, thanks for having me.
You want to go ahead and share your thoughts on like the yellow cards, what you think overall.
I mean, well, I do see like some cards or even the characters themselves definitely have a more prominent role in deck building than others.
Yeah.
I can say for sure definitely like each of the Hololive members were not given an equal amount of support per se. Like some were definitely casted into like the main character role and some were sidelined, which is unfortunate, but hopefully if they ever do a second set that, well, I mean, one, they have more Hololive members to include, but also if they return back to some of these other characters, hopefully they give them more of a time to shine. Because I do know, like, I'm pretty sure, like, a majority of people who are going to build Hololive are going to want to build their favorite VTubers as the core of their deck.
And that's fair enough. Again, we were seeing that with like people going Coco topping on week 1, despite like
like the only downside is that
being questionable.
The only downside is like, of course, some decks are going to have a much easier time performing than others if you're going by like my favorite VTuber the deck.
For sure.
So, but the set itself as a whole and the concepts as well shows promise for the future.
Definitely. We'll see what happens if and when there's a wave 2. Right?
Please no.
Please no. Well, maybe not anytime soon. Okay, Gavin. Maybe not like what they did in Rebirth for Hololive. Though at least they're kind of spacing them apart. Like only Generation 0 and 4 got new stuff as of now. Later this year will be I think it was like Gen 2 and 3 or something, and it will be the rest.
Fair enough.
And also, there is no Gen 5 in Hololive Rebirth for some reason. So what's Generation 5 stands or Tier 3 subs are definitely eating well in Weiss Schwarz.
But at the same time, well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed this lecture. Stay tuned for parts 2 through 4. Again, I hope you guys like, favorite, comment, subscribe. Ring that notification bell. Set it to all because these all
of the YouTube algorithm. And of course, if you want to be even more awesome, you can go ahead and make contributions to our Patreon or Coffee, just like Jake here, who is a patron at the upper tier. So it's because of people like him that we can continue to make this content for you all. And with that, we will catch you all next time. Bye bye.
All right, bye.